Juice in the morning. Juice in the morning. Juice in the morning.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Juice in the Morning. I'm your host, Justin Juice Kelly. With me and back, I guess I'm back. With me is Shane Jones. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I have actually released an episode since you guys did the Smugcast episode, but it feels like that was so long ago. But it was a good episode, guys. Good work.
Thanks. I did my best.
I heard them talking a lot of shit, but I appreciate them coming in. We didn't have to wait about an hour and a half before we started this podcast, so I think we're on track to beat them today.
Got it.
With us is Jesse Riddle and Mark Fultz. How you guys doing today?
Golden. Fantastic.
Golden. I like that.
Golden boy.
So they're with us today because we had a blast having them on the last podcast, laughed a lot. Shane's already giggled a little bit before we even started the podcast. But I just wanted to see what you guys wanted to start with, because Shane and I talked and we kind of got some topics thrown out there before you guys got here. What are you thinking?
I don't know, man.
I know Mark's really big fan of the UFC. Do you want to just...
No, I was going to say, I think if you get the UFC out of the way...
Get it out of the way early.
That way you guys can talk early. We'll wear you down.
Well, my worry always is that people are like, oh, UFC, click, and then turn it off. So maybe we should save it for last.
For it, so.
I don't know about good, but...
Just time slot it for we're going to talk for 5 minutes, hard stop.
Just say it real fast, like, Chuck Liddell, they fought, and then somebody won. And
well, I just wanted to look at I wanted to show the video, because I feel like the way, when I was watching the video, Chuck Liddell looked like a old man fighting in a bar.
Totally just make fun of it. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We would do that without you asking.
This old guy against this old guy.
The ultimate barely wearing any clothing.
One of them's 48, so if that tells you
someone's
anything.
probably sniffing someone else's asshole.
Yeah.
Can you look
They
at
didn't have any ground. Can you look that up for me? Okay.
I'm loving the fact that I've gained like 30 pounds in the last couple of months, because I'm watching myself on the Facebook Live right now. I look like a fat ass. Like, I'm not going to lie.
I feel like I was going to bring it up.
It's bad. Yeah. It's bad.
I've gained probably, what have I said, like 15 or 20 pounds legit since I've been on the podcast last.
God.
Too many beers.
Yeah. It's a lot of beers.
Well, mine is like I work out, but then I also don't eat healthy at all, and it's also
watch your favorite 24/7
commercial,
so it keeps you consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go.
Gentlemen, Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. 48.
Are you able to just skip to the first round? And
oh yeah, I can for sure. I just
10 minutes of
48 and 43 years old. Their weights are virtually identical. Oh, skippy.
See, I feel like he at least looks like he's still athletic.
They both
Tito
look athletic.
Looks like he's definitely in his late 30s. I can't wait to see
that guy. Looks like Chuck.
All right, here we go. No, we still got about 135 around.
How?
Here it is.
God,
it's coming up. All right, that old guy.
That old guy from Ben's Bar.
Exactly.
It was probably South End
Zippers
Tavern.
versus Ben's right here.
Ben's versus South End.
In the smoky corner.
Oh shit! Chuck got knocked the fuck out.
I don't like see why they would let him actually fight.
How long was the actual match? Like 8 minutes?
Dude, why is that your move afterwards?
Well, what is he doing right there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right there.
What was that?
God, apparently when you turn 40, you lose your fucking brain.
Oh, man.
I beat the fuck out of a senior citizen.
Both of those guys have had a lot of punches in the head.
Everyone's making fun of him as he's like, yeah, like I'm the fucking best, but literally everyone thinks you're old as shit and like, why are they still doing this?
So you actually watched the fight though, right?
Yeah,
live.
4 minutes of it, yeah. Yeah.
Were you really excited for this matchup?
I kind of was until I saw them until 20 seconds in, and I was like, oh fuck, both these people are so old. Because even when you see them sparring and hitting mitts and stuff, they look old and they're slow and stuff, but you don't see how much of a difference it makes until they're both in the ring together, like actually swinging at each other.
Right.
Oh, so bad. But
that was the UFC segment.
Yeah, even though that was a Golden Boy production, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
is that the 50 Cent thing, or is that Mayweather?
No, it's neither.
Neither one.
It's, what's his name? man, I can't think of his name. The fucking Mexican boxer, Golden Boy. No,
I know who you're talking about, but I forget what his name is.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't think
Oscar
of it.
De La Hoya?
Oscar De La Hoya, yeah. So he has his own production company now, and everyone was making fun of it before when they were doing their promo stuff because, like, it was so bad. Like, you know how Dana White used to come up and talk, and he ran everything really well. Well, he came up and he was just like rambling. Didn't know any of the fighters' names. Only knew the main fight. And all
So
that
he sounds
stuff.
like when I'm preparing for the podcast, and then
sounds like us sometimes. Yeah, but it was pretty bad. I didn't really enjoy any of it. Then those like 20 seconds where.
Did you pay for it, or did you just go to a restaurant?
My brother actually is like, "Hey, you watching this fight?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't have cable or anything." He's like, "Sent me a link," and I hit the link and it popped up, and it was just
oh,
fine.
nice.
So
that's I don't know like how they're getting away with
and
that.
my brother was like, "Oh, I bet you that Tito knocks him out in the first round, $5." I'm like, "I'll take that bet." That's exactly what fucking happened.
Just like burnt $5 right there.
Yep.
So I actually watched and not to like beleaguer the sports talk too much, but I watched the match with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. That was something that was put together really poorly. The production value. Okay, so there was this interview like 6 or 7 months ago between Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson, and they've never met in match play. Match play when you play golf is, it's each hole matters because if one guy wins, it doesn't matter how much he won by. He wins that hole, the next hole, vice versa.
It's not strokes. It's just
first
one the hole.
Yep. And
Nice.
So dirty.
So
of course, two dudes do that.
So the idea came that they said, how much would it take for you guys to play each other? And Tiger Woods said, however much money would make Phil uncomfortable, because the original plan was they were going to like bet their own money and put up like a couple $1 million against each other.
Didn't he also say, I'll get eagle on the first hole,
birdie on the first hole,
and $200,000?
$200,000. So that's what was kind of frustrating. Not frustrating. That was actually a good part, because so at first I was like, I don't understand how this works, because they're betting and they're betting like $200,000 for these challenges, $300,000. One of them was $1 million like challenge.
Were they mic'd up?
Yes, but that's the thing. Like it was slated to be really cool, but then there was a lot of them just kind of like walking around and like
not talking.
So how are your kids? Like they're going off to college. It's like,
were they shit talking at all though?
Not really until the end, but the end got exciting. Like it got better, but I enjoyed it. But I just there were things I was noticing that I'm somebody who's overly optimistic about situations like this. But I could see stuff that was annoying me, and I was like, so think about all of the haters, the people out there that are like instantly just going to like destroy this thing. So I'm hoping that it made enough money that they continue to do and learn from their mistakes, because
fix all the bullshit that
because the audio is bad. You heard a lot of heavy breathing when they were walking. It was and they're like getting ready to like swing their club, and he would like. And then he would swing. I was like, there's not some sound guy that they paid to just turn that down.
How funny would it have been hearing you like
Mark's driving by. Beep, beep.
You got an air horn.
No, I think that they're both iconic golfers, but more exciting people would be like somebody like John Daly, put him out there ripping cigs, drinking beers, having a good time. I think he would be entertaining. And
Mark, do you know any of these? I mean, I'm sure you know who Tiger Woods is.
I know Tiger Woods.
That's it.
I know.
John Daly's this fat.
He's fucking awesome.
He drinks
hillbilly
Diet Coke. All he drinks is he smokes packs of cigarettes
milk
a day.
He's a golfer.
Yeah. And he's like this, and he'll say whatever. Yeah.
I guess he's probably the only person in golf that's my hero.
He also has a country
Mine's
album.
Happy Gilmore. So.
Yeah, mine's Happy Gilmore.
It's Happy Gilmore. This guy might as well be me at 50 golfing. And he's a badass. He's actually decent.
He's old now, and he's on the senior tour.
It's like
but look at that one right there with the cigarette right there.
He does look like Donald Trump's cousin.
He's from Darnold,
look at his
Arkansas.
Look at his fucking Look at his sunglass.
You missed the best one though. Go back to the previous page or whatever.
I wish I knew how to use a computer.
The whole image is
this right here.
Maybe you should run this.
Looks good.
That's his younger years right there.
He looks like rules.
Yeah, he smokes about 2 or 3 packs a day.
If his hair was just a little longer, Jesse Riddle.
Yep. I told you.
But no, he's
Did you ever smoke before?
Yeah, 10 years.
Okay.
he was
10 years.
really well known for his pro-ams with Kid
God.
Rock as well.
He always has these fucking fly-ass pants on.
Look at that belly, dude.
He can,
Diet
he
Coke
can
right
crush
there.
it, though, man.
Look at this face.
Oh, he can crush it.
He's so good, though. He's actually really good.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's on the senior tour now, I think. But I think it suits him a lot better.
Mullet. The picture down below it.
Oh, shit.
That's magnificent.
He
I
does
like
have
that.
the Don. I want that on my wall.
With an inspirational quote
I hate
beneath it.
that and no one can see this. I guess they can, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, we live here.
Yeah, you didn't know. Surprise.
But yeah, there's also some good videos of him on the internet, but I don't know if you want to look for him. It
Sure.
might take a minute on YouTube.
Especially with me doing this.
You're learning the ways of being a producer right now, Shane.
Use the Think Mechanic House to
The
search
Haunting
for
of
things.
Hill House. You watched that, didn't you?
Yes.
I got through about 15 minutes of the first episode. I
You
had
weren't
to turn
in?
it off.
You
No,
were-
I had to turn it off.
you were
I was
out.
fucking terrified.
I was scared.
Terrified.
Yeah, so
I want to watch it, but it'll be daylight hour.
it's good, though. I mean,
Watch it at like 8 a.m. That's when I watch horror movies.
I'm going to have to.
my wife didn't sleep well for like the week or two after we like binged it in a weekend. Like she didn't sleep for for a week.
This video is called John Daly, Pro Golfer That Gives Zero Fucks.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good.
Oh, cool.
Also support this channel.
What is it that keeps going off?
I don't know.
Something on my wife's
Brian,
computer.
and of course, John and I have a long history going back to Crooked Stick back in '91.
My
It was
uncle looks
first
like him,
PGA
too.
as an announcer, and you were the darling, the ninth alternate from Dardanelle, Arkansas. It just
Dardanelle.
suddenly showed up. Is your career continues on? Is that something that just continues to
just now.
come back to you over and over?
Yeah, it does, especially when it's PGA week. It's lots changed since then.
Yeah.
My life's been like my weight; it's been up and down.
Well, you're kind of on an upswing right now. You've had a couple good finishes here lately. What seems to be turning around for you?
I think just playing, not worrying about it. I think yesterday I went out and played 10, 11, and 12, and 13. To me, 10 was a par 5, 11 was a par 6, 12 was a par 5, and 13 was a par 5, and I played them 1 under. So, in my mind, that's as hard as they played. So,
See, that's really funny to
this
golfers.
is just a wonderful place. It's a great golf course. It's Jay last year, so they're
Yeah, this isn't as good as I expected it to be.
best of friends now, but they're Jimmy.
We're
just
not
bought the
we're not
Cleveland
supporting that
Browns,
channel.
So, the truck stops there. I got
All right.
No, he's a funny guy, but
He's a funny guy.
Funny guy. My favorite thing about golf is driving by a golf course and laying on the horn at
Yeah.
the top of the swing.
He has been known to do that.
I do that. It's the best.
man, I am a golfer, and that's one of the things that like it doesn't bother me because sound doesn't bother me. But I've been with people that flip the fuck out when people do that.
I would be one of those people.
I've always done it after watching the Jackass bit. I think it's the Jackass #1 with the air horn. That is the funniest shit in the world.
Guy
to me.
throws his golf club.
Well,
at
not only that, but he
my
tees
God.
one. He puts the ball and hits it at them in the bushes.
That is the entire reason. I do it.
He even takes the time to put a fucking tee in. And he's
Yeah. He takes one out of his pocket and sets it down.
like, and they're like, "Oh shit," which would fucking hurt. If you
I was on the golf team in high school. We used to hit golf balls at each other a lot.
Oh, wow.
That was something I've done before, and it leaves a terrible mark. I'll tell you that.
It's a great idea.
All right, so we talked a lot, or not talked a lot. There's something that's had a lot of exciting news lately, and a lot of people just talking about it. South Park's talking about it. I feel like everybody that's into video games is talking about it. Red Dead Redemption 2. Mark told me he has been practicing the voice of the main character, and I just wanted to kind of hear a little bit of that.
You're all right, girl.
It's so good.
That sounds like every Western guy ever.
No, it's
Nailed it.
No, the thing that made me laugh the most was he and I were messaging back and forth on Facebook, and I was like, I wanted to say that as like a quote, like joking about talking about this on the podcast, and then he spelled it out exactly how like I would not have phonetically spelled it correctly. And I was impressed by that. I enjoyed that quite a bit. But you guys have been playing it though, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
How far into it are you? Because I'm like 27%.
I'm at like just at 40%.
Okay.
Like, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I've played it forever.
Yeah, it's like got like 40 something hours worth of gameplay, and that's just the main storyline, and then there's like a bunch of extra stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So I think I'm gonna buy a system for Christmas probably.
Xbox One.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
If you want to play with us.
Okay. If you
Was that going to be the question?
If you want to fucking play with us, if you want to get down with the dogs.
If you want to play video games, please use all-access controller or analog sticks.
I'll probably just
Don't do this. This is weird.
What is that?
He's talking about
Oh
PlayStation.
yeah, I can't. No, I'm this guy.
This is how you play PlayStation.
I'm that guy.
But I play video games like this.
Actually, just set it on the table and do this.
You might as well with the PS4 controller.
He's like the cat gif of like playing on the piano.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask that because I used to get so much shit for having a PS4.
You should. You deserve all the shit.
As well, you should.
I grew up with this kid and we played PS4. We didn't play fucking Xbox, really.
So that's something that I wanted to bring up too. The PTO Unlimited podcast gave us a shout out on their show and said they love Shane's little kid voice.
I don't know what the voice is.
So like do what you would do when you were talking about yourself as a little kid, like talking to your mom or something. Because you did it like, I think you just do it on like naturally, and like I don't know how to.
It's probably like, I got a wheel, that thing.
I got a wheel.
Nope.
No.
That's not it.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and make noises.
I know.
You're like, yep, that's the one.
I can't think of how.
I can't either because I can't think of the noise I make when I'm like.
You were talking about like Saturday morning cartoons, I think. I don't know, but either way, they gave you props on it. They said they laughed out loud on it, and I just thought that we'd be able to recreate it.
I'll try to accidentally do that sometime.
We'll catch you.
We'll be here.
We'll be listening.
We'll be listening.
So you're gonna get an Xbox though?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think your gamer tag is gonna be?
Poops my pants daily.
That's not bad.
It's probably available.
That's probably
No, it's not. I totally stole that from someone else. No. I have a friend who's his name.
Poops my pants daily.
Yes.
Right?
But I'll have to think of something clever. Maybe I'll enlist.
I thought you would be the what was the thing you came up with the last podcast that you said? What was your like nickname? I think it's the weather app, maybe.
Yeah, I'm turning it down.
Anyway,
Sledgehammer. Is that it?
Sludge. We were bringing it up the other day. Sudge. Yeah.
Because my initials SUJ.
Oh yeah,
Sledgehammer. You're gonna make fun of me, but I play not Fortnite, but what's PUBG on my phone, and my name on there is Sledgehammer.
Exactly.
Do you ever talk to the people on your phone? Because you can talk to them, can't you?
Yeah, but they're always like
group chat?
8-year-old kids, and I'm like, this is weird. I'm just gonna play. That's a little creepy.
The thing that I'm not good at with when I'm playing online is like the lingo. Like people seem to know what everybody's talking about, and most of the time I have no clue what the youngins are talking about. When I played Fortnite for the first time, people were like talking about slurp juice and like these things that I was like, I have no idea what you guys are doing. I'm just running around trying to shoot people. And then
There's kids in my school that like, I guess there's Twitch players that have all these things that they say all the time. So they say it at school. It's like, you're so suh. Have you heard that?
No.
Like suspect. Like you're so suspect. You're so sus. That's what it is. I don't know. These are like 18, 19-year-old kids, but they say like all the Twitch guys will have their own little things that they say while they're playing.
Yeah.
And they think
I know James plays, he like is a Twitch streamer, and he says I've watched him a few times trying to support his channel, and he says GG a lot, and it took me like a long time to figure that out, and I know that's I know that's super easy to figure out, but like I was like, I don't understand why people keep typing GG in the comments. Like,
I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know until Rocket League because we're like, what the fuck does GG mean?
Yeah.
I just
and
don't.
then there was FF, and we're like, we don't know all of these things.
What's
like,
FF?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is FF?
Forfeit, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's one word.
Yes.
No, if you just put F.
Yeah. Well, then people just think you're like swearing because you can't swear.
F.
Oh,
Dude,
Still clear outside.
I don't talk to anyone when I play, really.
that's weird.
Yeah, like when
Don't be
I
that guy.
play PUBG, I just mute it.
If you're not playing with friends, it's probably. I mean, that makes sense. I don't talk to people.
I don't talk to. Yeah.
My problem is like I don't like playing with random people that I don't know.
I just like
hate that.
hearing other people's music in the background. They're like, "Mom."
Well, that's why you just go and mute them.
Yeah.
I miss the old days when like you could get into Halo like chat. It wasn't even a chat. It was just the whole lobby was open.
Yeah.
You'd hear everybody talking. Like, you would not survive. Like, how many people were fucking your mom? You could not.
There was, I was gonna say like
the golden days.
Yeah, I was gonna say the right now all the games are like safe spaces.
Yes,
like you can't like.
Well, you
join
can't
everyone
even
and talk shit.
name your horse on Red Dead Redemption like fucktard or something like that because it won't let you.
My horse's name is Butthead, and it has to be spelled B-U-T space or B-U-T-H-E-A-D. And
so what was your horse's name?
Shit! I think I just left it on whatever the default thing was.
Yeah,
like
I can see
Arthur.
I can see yours being like Whiskers or something.
I might have named him Blue, my very first one, because that was my dog's name. Like I was like looking around at like
it should have been Juice. Riding Juice. Riding.
I was
Juice.
gonna say I'm like 46% of the way through.
You played more?
I played all day yesterday. But what I was getting at though is everybody else's horse shit just all the time.
Shit, yeah. Shit.
Yes.
Literally,
it's anytime you do anything like to interact with it, it's shitting.
Have you seen it in cutscenes? Like it actually shits in the cutscenes just by where the placement of the horse is. I haven't actually done it yet, but I've seen like highlights of just the game, and it's like
the funniest stuff is like the random shit. Like I was literally just trying. Like I was playing before you guys got here because I have not gotten to play it all weekend, and so I was like, I'm going to get on like for a couple hours before they get here, and then as soon as the podcast is over, I'm going to play, and like I'll watch my fantasy team like on my iPad, but I'll play video games. And I was just getting my horse ready, and got kicked in the face by a horse sitting right next to it. Like it's like what the?
Oh yeah, if you try to steal, I've noticed if you try to steal from a satchel on another horse, which I didn't know you could do until the other day. Those fucking things will kick the shit out of you. I died by one.
I don't.
What are you looking at?
I don't
right
walk
now?
up to horses behind the bag.
I wanted to play them that gamer thing where the gamer's like the mom comes.
He's like
in.
stuttering.
Yeah, and I thought that would be really funny for them to hear because it's like the total gamer. There's like some you might even know who it is, but there's some Twitch guy that like surprised a bunch of little kids. And came into their like room in the gaming room as they were playing and started playing with them. And then the mom of one of the kids got on the thing and was like, "Do you usually talk to little boys?" And he got real like awkward and was like, and like started like stumbling over his words and shit. I was trying to find the video, but
man. There's been so many just awful things I've said to like shut people up.
Unforgivable things.
One guy was like just talking shit about our moms or whatever. I was like, well, it sounds like your dad's a piece of shit. And just like laid in. This kid's probably 10 or 8. I'm 23.
This is it.
Yeah.
I think it's Bob picks up some sort of creeper or something.
What?
Uh-oh.
You want to talk to him? Oh, yeah, talk to him. All right, my mom wants to talk to you.
Wait, is she getting on the mic?
Hello?
How you doing?
Oh, I can't wait to this. Wait. I can't wait to this
Game
part.
is Fortnite.
Okay, and do you usually play with boys this age? Do you know how old they are?
No, hey, listen, they watch my videos. I joined in to surprise them, and then next thing you know, and now we're here playing.
This next one.
And do you usually surprise boys this age?
Oh, hey, he can leave if you think it's what the scenario is.
Listen, he can. Look.
He can do that really
That's
well.
basically what happened.
And then he puts a song to it.
That's the beginning of that song. To me, that's like that would go good with that song.
That's funny as fuck.
Look at that face.
That's a fucking best boss.
No, see, that's like what I feel like my mom has asked me like multiple times if she should worry about my little brother and sister playing on their Xbox, but I was like, I've told her they're gonna hear this stuff anyways. So if they're hearing it on the Xbox, at least it's not some creepy guy that's actually sitting in the room with them saying creepy stuff or weird stuff.
Right.
But it's one of those things that we're growing up in a time that I just don't think I could have handled it back then. I like having that access to and having like weird people talk to me all the time.
I definitely think it would have been weird if I'd have been a young kid having Xbox Live or playing online. I didn't actually even have it until 2010.
Yeah.
So I was 20.
I was trying to think.
But yeah. I mean, I played beforehand, like a few years beforehand, but which is around the
What
time
was your like
06.
What was your like first experiences with like the online chat?
Mine was 2004.
I was going to say about 4 or 5 for me.
2004.
It was Halo.
Yeah.
Halo 2.
Was that that was the Wild West though? You guys talked about that. There was like open chat to just the world.
Yeah,
and
as soon as
listen to people
everybody got
talk.
into a lobby.
Well,
ready to go.
Well, no, not even that. Like in the game, like so that was what was really cool about Halo 2, and I don't know about Halo 1.
I get one of those.
Yeah.
I'll take another
Well,
one.
what was the call sign?
I'm going to go ahead with the Yingling Light since that's what I started with.
There you go.
What's the like free for all grab whatever call?
You can grab whatever you want. Dude.
Grab a grabby.
Nobody can see this, but we have a massive beer cooler here that we're just offloading beers today. It's 11:30, well, 43, and there we go. But what was I getting at? Oh, so
Halo.
2004, yeah, Halo. So what was really cool about Halo 2, and they really haven't done, I don't think, any games really since, is you could talk without. So the original Xbox had like a button where you could like talk to your party only, and then you had just regular talking.
Okay.
So that was actually a strategic part of the game, was like when you're like near your opponents, you would have to press the button to talk only to your team. Before that, if you were talking, I could hear the opponents talking.
See, they have that in PUBG now on PC. They don't have it on Xbox, but they have that where it's like, what is it called? It's called proximity communication.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, if you are like walking into a room, you kind of have to be quiet because the other person would be able to hear you either talking or breathing on your microphone.
What I do on PUBG is just pull up in the car, and if they can't see me, I just honk the horn a bunch of times, and then they get in the back, and then I drive away. I don't ever like talk to them or say anything to them. I was like, and then they finally get in the back of the car, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
And you're playing mobile?
I play on my phone. Yeah, I'm actually like
the mobile's pretty cool.
I'm pretty decent.
My friend,
Can you play mobile and like with like,
yeah,
Xbox and
yeah,
stuff?
it's like little kids and shit.
Well,
Like,
I don't know if it's cross-platform for PUBG, but for Fortnite, it's cross-platform.
I think it's cross-platform for PUBG. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I never did. I'm like, I had a good cross-platform, but like, I think it is because it's like, I don't think there's like, it sounds like other little kids playing on their like consoles. But
I'll say my friend, her kid's like 8 or 7, and he plays PUBG on his phone all the time,
yeah,
which is hilarious.
I like it.
But the proximity, like that communication is a very cool thing, and I didn't know that existed with Halo back then.
Yeah, I actually miss it because like if you were just talking and lazy, like you could sneak into like especially like capture the flag or the bomb stuff, like you could hear them talking shit or like doing placement because they like fucked up and didn't actually like hit the party chat to like talk to them directly. That was like, it was like one of there was like a white and black button that used to come on the console or on the controller for the Xbox.
I remember that.
Xbox.
Yeah. So you would use, I think it was like the white button, and you would use that to communicate directly with your teammates. But they got rid of those buttons, and that's probably why it doesn't exist. So in PUBG, can you talk to your, like, is there a button you can press to talk only to your team?
It's,
Okay.
and I think I
I
should
think at
know
the top
more.
there's like a scroll down thing, and then you can pick how you want to communicate.
Yeah.
It's like mute, only your team or everyone. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. So
I think you might be right about that.
I would rather proximity chat. Like, I can't talk to my team. Like, I would like when you go into a situation, right? Like, you guys, like as a team, should already figure out what the fuck you're going to do. Because if you don't, then like talking is actually awesome because you're like, now the team can hear you talking, and like you can't yell plans up like, "Hey, buddy, go down the hallway." Like they're over there. Like that would be really funny. I think the stuff would be really.
This is
cool.
probably why I
Clearly, yeah, because you guys clearly like have plans going into
I
stuff.
suck so bad at games because I'm like, I just won't talk to anybody. I like will parachute out and they're like, so and so wants to jump with you, and I'm like, fuck that guy. And I'll like parachute way over here and then just get as much shit as I can and then kind of do my own thing while everyone kills themselves. And then I wait till there's like 20 left, and then I go where everybody's at, and then get number one.
Yeah,
That's my plan.
that's my plan. Every
So the first like 20 minutes of playing the whole thing, I don't shoot a single bullet. I'm just like getting all the armor and all the guns and all the vests and shit.
I was going to say the only game that I actually think that we have now that we would have to strategically do is what is it called? What's the game that we used to play a lot?
Siege.
Siege, yeah.
Great game. I've been wanting to play it.
Yeah,
even
I
though I
haven't
bought
played
a
that.
slew of new
Siege
video
is
games.
Siege is fun because it's like you're holding
Strategic
down.
as fuck.
Yeah, you have to be super strategic, and before that, like,
Sounds like I'd hate it.
Sounds like
well, everybody that plays with Mark and I, like, yeah, it's.
Do you guys remember Splinter Cell?
Yeah, I love that game, dude.
Dude, if you make me
piss
fucking
off.
be quiet one more time. It's like the only way to pass this whole fucking level is like
sneak around.
Like if I have to touch the toggle stick like this much, like just like like without
Red Dead.
making a step, and they're like, "Oh, there he is!"
So
Like shoot me.
there's some missions in Red Dead that are very similar to
Yes.
like Splinter Cell stuff.
Well, there's
sneaking
a
around.
there's a Splinter Cell like level. I remember that it was like the whole room was filled with gas or something like that. And so if you were to shoot a gun, and everything blows up. So the only way to fucking get through it is sneak through. And I'm like, I was always that guy that just going like guns blazing. Like,
I don't think the first Splinter Cell, the gun that you carried didn't actually, it wasn't lethal rounds. I think it was just a gun that would put people to sleep.
dude,
Like a
honestly,
little trank gun.
I will tell you the only reason I play video games to this day or have any interest in video games is probably because of Mark. Because growing up, I never really had I had like a Nintendo 64. Remember I had that?
Yeah, I remember GoldenEye.
Yeah, we would fucking play that all the time. But then you started getting all the, like, every time I came, you always had the fucking newest game. Your mom was
still
like,
do.
yeah, dude. I remember, you know how many times I would come over to your house and you're like just now opening up something, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And your mom like went out of her way to always get you whatever the newest game
She
was.
did. Props to my mom.
Like I
PlayStation 2.
almost wish that I wouldn't have bought Call of Duty now because all I'm playing is Red Dead Redemption.
I didn't buy it.
I bought it for PlayStation 4 because I just bought a PlayStation 4.
It's really fun though, like especially when you're playing with a like group of guys like all play together on a regular
Well, that's
basis.
when it gets
like,
fun is when you're linked up with people.
Yeah.
But if
But
you
I
play by yourself,
can think of some of the first games that we played, like Resident Evil. We played that a lot.
Resident Evil 2 was the shit.
Yeah, and
terrifying.
And then I know we've talked about this before, but we played I don't know if it was the first Grand Theft Auto, but when the cars were from
Overhead?
above,
Yeah,
like the car had
GTA 2.
a Z on it,
Yeah, the Z car.
and you get out and it's like a little
Dude.
tiny guy. Like,
and it had a burp and fart button. It was
and then we played that game that I tried to bring up. I think it was last podcast or the podcast before about the
Jet Moto.
Jet Moto, yeah, dude, that game was tight.
Dude, I was. It's funny because I was like probably a year ago, I was watching just videos of that random game. I was like, what was that game? And it was like, oh, Jet Moto. And I remember the Heaven and Hell, like,
Yeah.
it was like the last racetrack. You'd like jump through like
Go
heaven
up and then back down,
like,
yeah.
You'd hear like this like
Harps and
harp
shit,
or
yeah.
whatever, and then like you'd fall down through and it'd just be hell.
And
just
Johnny
metal.
brought up demos because I remember getting demos and playing them all the time.
All the time. I'd be walking through Marsh and looking for the newest like EGM, Electronic
Yeah.
Gaming Monthly, just for like the pack or whatever.
Little
just to
demos
get
for
those.
games.
So I used to do that with the Dreamcast. I got the Dreamcast magazine. And
He had a Dreamcast too, right?
Yeah, and they would
Crazy
if you bought the
Taxi.
yeah, if you bought the Dreamcast like monthly magazine, they would have like a little demo disc that you could play in.
Yeah.
I remember you
Sick.
bringing Crazy Taxi over to my mom's house. And
It's I can't even.
Hey, come on over and have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
That's awesome.
dude, we should look up some of the fucking old.
That shit, that game
Sound.
sucks so bad.
No, it does. Because we downloaded it. We downloaded it on the.
was it called?
Moto.
Yeah, we got it
360,
for
wasn't it?
free. Yeah,
We got it
was
for
one of
free,
the,
yeah.
It was one of the gold.
Was it Moto
Xbox
what?
games with gold. Moto.
Crazy Taxi.
Do Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi or Jet Moto. I don't know what you were.
I don't know. He was like MotoGP. He's
Yeah,
like,
like-
MTX Thunder 2006.
Full sound.
Oh, it's a Crazy Taxi full soundtrack right here.
Hey, I got a secret for you guys.
Get YouTube.
Install a fucking app.
Come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
I think that was Mark.
Hell yeah.
There's like a
Hell yeah!
Offspring's on this
I
album.
don't know, dude. Hell yeah!
It's just about to get heavy, boys. I don't know.
All right.
Why is it?
But do you remember?
I swear.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
You won't.
Come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
Dude, and let's think about Tony Hawk Pro Skater. All the songs from that, like Sublime Seed was on there.
Discovered a lot of music through those.
Yeah, that was like
And Tony Hawk Underground had that. They had a good
jump right
soundtrack.
off Tony Hawk, jump on LimeWire and download it.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, Franz Ferdinand. I think I got that off of there.
I just picked up my PlayStation 2 from my parents this weekend. Bunch of Tony Hawk's, all the old ones.
That's
Smuggler's Run.
You're just
ATV
bought
Off-Road Fury.
American Wasteland this year, right?
Yeah, I bought American Wasteland again.
You
'cause that
fucking
shit is
loved
awesome.
ATV Off-Road Fury.
I know. I was just telling him about that.
I
and
was
he
not
like,
that into it.
No, he's just a dickhead and won't like at all give it the light of day because the physics of it was so sick, dude. I watched like a bunch of montages.
But I would go to his house and be like, I'll fucking, whatever he's got, I'm gonna play because it's way better than anything I have in my house. And then at the end of the weekend, I was like, okay, 4-wheelers are not that cool.
Dude, he's like, I've had enough. I've had enough fucking Mountain Dew and mac and cheese.
And that's so
It
true.
just smells like fucking 10-year-old sweaty
Dude,
kids.
I have never in my life
cheese.
I have never in my life eaten Captain D's until I hung out with Mark Flores.
Is that what I'm known for?
No, I'm just like, it's like,
God damn,
it's
I
like
bet that room smelled awful.
it did. It's the poor man's fucking Long John Silver, and that's pretty bad.
That's really bad.
But it's
My
like,
dad loved
I know.
Captain D's. That's the only reason we got it.
yeah, give me some Captain D's. But I had never even heard of that fucking place, and then next thing I know, there's a bag of Captain D's in the.
A lot. It's like actually it's a big thing for a lot of people.
Get like I think they give you pirate hats too.
Yes.
Like your box.
Captain D's.
But yeah, I just remember. I was like, every time I think of like old video games like that, I just remember the stench of the rooms that I was in. I'm like, God, that was so gross.
Between me, Shane, and Carrie.
Oh God, especially Carrie.
Shout out to Carrie.
You would just like you would go outside and like you would be playing sports, or you'd be riding like bikes all day, and then you'd come home. Holy crap, that's loud.
Oh, the original
Jet Moto. God, that looks just like shit.
That song's like pretty good.
Pretty sick.
Like, I'm into that.
What was it we were playing the other day that had like a fucking sick soundtrack? Oh, the Power Rangers. So I got
I wasn't playing Power Rangers, just to clarify that.
I was, and fuck off. So
I actually enjoyed that game, the side scroller back in the day.
Super Nintendo. Did you have a Super Nintendo? Yeah, see, Juice played it.
Oh, where you like have to beat up all the dudes and then it moves down a little bit.
Putties,
the putties.
Yeah.
I forgot the console or whatever. The
Pull up
SN,
that
whatever.
Pull that up. There's like a fucking sick soundtrack. But anyway, I have a Raspberry Pi that it looks like a tiny Super Nintendo.
That's where you get like all the
games together. Yeah. So it's probably illegal as shit, but
definitely need one of those. Though.
Yeah.
Because I have this like off-brand thing that you can actually plug games into. It's a Super Nintendo and a regular Nintendo.
Okay, yeah.
And I got it from Amazon for like $40. I'm just waiting for it to break though, because it's very cheaply made.
The cool thing they do with that.
That's the
full soundtrack, dude. I'm serious.
We're known for our ads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is taking me back. Have a morning breath.
The lead that comes in here.
I get to see this being played like.
It's so sick. It reminds me of Dragon Force. What?
That game was fun though.
Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers.
This game was super sick, man.
Megazord.
I forgot that was the name of it.
There's Dragonzord. Is that Megazord and Dragonzord?
Yeah, Dragonzord was the Green Rangers.
Yeah,
that thing was sick. It had a fucking like badass like samurai.
Well, what was it
outfit.
about him playing the flute that made no sense? Like it was like
because their mouths didn't move.
Because he had a mask.
Just had a mask. It's like
there would be no way to play the flute.
That's awesome. Yeah. Anyway, nostalgia.
Yeah, I love that, and that actually like just kind of naturally works its way into one of the conversation topics I wrote down with the nostalgia thing. All of the movies that they're remaking, like the Lion King trailer, looked really cool. But then I also saw a meme that said, "Man, what if Disney fucks around and has Mufasa laid out like this?" And it was like a dead lion, like from like National Geographic, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, that's pretty rough. But no, I'm interested. Are you guys excited about that? 2019, they're going to have like an insane amount of movies that are either continuations of the classic ones that we were into or just rebooting something.
They're doing all the live action. We're talking about live action remakes. Yeah.
I'm so jealous of James Earl Jones's voice.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everything under the light. I don't know how to do it, but it's fucking good.
I know that
If
I
I
saw a meme the other day. It was like, thank you, James Earl Jones, for like remaining healthy
And not dying.
and not dying, so that Mufasa is like actually your real voice.
Yeah, but Mufasa is the bad guy.
Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to say
Scar is.
Scar is, yeah,
Scar's
Mufasa
the
is a good
Yeah,
guy.
okay.
Yeah.
And there's that whole
Twisted, bro.
Mufasa sounds like a bad guy's name, though.
There's that whole theory of like, Scar would have never been able to be successful. He was named Scar. He's going to be a bad guy.
And they also, have you seen where they play a lot of movies like that backwards and they say like,
like he's actually the good guy.
Oh yeah, they just like like a new edit.
Or they'll tell the story from his point of view, and it'll be like, man, the guy kind of had a rough go at it.
Right.
Like kind of what you're saying. The guy's name is fucking Scar.
Right.
People are always trying to fight him.
Yeah.
And his plans are always failing.
Yeah.
Except for when he kills Mufasa. But there's that. Like I think I had it pulled up
He
somewhere.
doesn't technically kill Mufasa, right? It's the herd of water buffalo or whatever that actually does it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he did
He
kind
like
of
throws him off a cliff or some shit, but
yeah.
I think he's still alive.
He's like hanging on. I can't remember. It's been a while since I know.
He could have helped him up.
Yeah, he did.
But he did not.
He did not. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
So speaking about remakes, I'm actually like I want to see the Dumbo one only because of what's his face who's doing it?
Yeah, stupid elephant movie.
Director.
I think that's going to be good.
Tim
Dumbo?
Burton.
I think it's going to be good.
Tim Burton is doing it. That's the only reason I'm excited.
$20 million says his fucking wife's in it, just acting all crazy.
$20 million.
Johnny Depp's going to be doing.
Yeah.
$20 million.
He's going to be in it somewhere.
Johnny Depp and whatever that bitch's name is going to be in this, and she's going to be all like, I'm crazy.
Johnny
Yeah.
Depp's going to have a million scarves on and a bunch of unnecessary jewelry.
I've heard he's like sick, like something like he's not very well.
He lives like out in Oregon or somewhere, and like he doesn't like hide himself from the local community. Like he just goes to the stores and stuff. And
Well, he spends like an obscene amount of money a month just on like
wine,
scarves.
Yeah.
Heard that on.
Wine, scarves probably too.
jewelry.
He's got a scarf room.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, that's not even a question. It's probably a whole scarf wing
But if
in his
I
house.
had that kind of money, dude, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just really into like this most stupid shit, and I would just be like, I got a whole room of it.
Yeah, but scarves.
Well,
Yeah.
So I just wanted to read off real quick the movies that Disney's doing in 2019. There's Dumbo. There's The Lion King. Aladdin is going to have its own like live action version.
they've released a trailer for that one.
Yeah. Toy Story 4, Untitled Avengers film, Frozen 2, Artemis Fowl, which I don't know. What was Artemis Fowl? Do you guys know what Artemis Fowl was?
No, the whole list just tanked.
Yeah, it like tanks.
Where'd it tank at?
I think it tanked at what was the
Frozen?
No, the Marvel
Untitled Avengers.
Oh,
Dude, I'm real
Avengers,
pumped for that.
I'm not a big.
I'm all in on it.
After that one, everything sucked so far.
I just watched that last night.
And then Jungle Cruise with The Rock.
Yeah, no. There's a
He's
movie-
making so much
He
money.
needs to chill out. Dude, there's literally a movie where he's an ex-veteran missing a leg, and it's called, like, Skyscraper.
Yeah.
and it's for sale at the Dollar General. Right.
And his family is in the top of this state-of-the-art building with a security system, and he has to get in. And at one point, he's literally holding his fucking fake leg, and it's, like, locked on something.
It's a climbing axe.
I'm like, this is getting out of hand. I would say it's...
He's using it to
Literally,
climb, like
it's
scale
a brand
the
new,
building.
It's a brand new movie, and it's for sale. Like they have it at the Dollar General. In
If he was missing his hand, I'd say, this is getting out of hand.
Buy it?
this is getting out of hand.
His nickname was Wheels in the movie.
I did not buy it. I just knew it had to be awful if there's a new movie for sale at the Dollar General. Like not even in the checkout. It's
Yeah,
on
that's.
the counter.
I think we're missing that, like the Dollar General point that he's making, because that is like that's where you see like the rap albums from your local like hip hop artist that
Really? I haven't been in a
hasn't made
Dollar
it
General in like...
it's usually at the counter.
What, do you wear a scarf?
And it's a
Yeah.
mixtape.
I get all my scarves at
Dollar General.
Payless. I don't know what. They sell shoes, but low key, don't tell no one they got scarves. They got some sick scarves.
So I'm wondering when do you think Disney's going to put out one that's like you don't want to watch? You're not excited.
They already
for it?
have.
Well, I mean, besides those like classic ones, are you in for Aladdin?
Yeah.
the live action.
More than I am Lion King, I think.
So, what I want to do, or not me, but what I would like to see them do, and hopefully they do this eventually, is do remakes of these stories as like completely live action, like no CG.
Right.
So like, I don't know if I talked about this on here, but I've talked about this many times. So like the Lion King would actually be like two like king tribes in
Like
Africa.
Planet Earth meets Lion King.
So you're saying like taking the story and making it like not animals.
Correct. Like it's legit human. It's like human interaction.
Okay.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, like because the stories are always good. It's like the problem like with people, especially as you age, is like they're for some reason like an animal facade that you're like, I don't know what the point of this is. Like you could just have these really sick ass movies that are just not that.
Could you imagine if they used real people in Aladdin?
They are going to use real people in Aladdin. God damn it.
No,
But the genie thing, I think you can't get by. But like Aladdin would be hard. But like they did Beauty and the Beast, sort of. But like I always thought that Lion King would be a really good story to say, like, it's all real people.
What if Aladdin was all animals and the monkey was a person? He's Apu, but he's just a guy. But he's still the animal's pet.
I'm done with you.
And the parrot's a guy, too. The fucking bad guy's parrot.
Are you putting empty cans in the fucking beer cooler?
Yeah,
it's still Gilbert Gottfried.
He's like, hey, how's everybody doing? With his fucking squinty ass eyes. I'm a parrot usually, but not right now.
I'm so glad we got that.
I just like to put a spin on things, you know.
So this is a pale ale, and it looks like a Coors Light.
So are you guys
Let us know
just
how to-
trying to get rid of beer?
I think
Yes.
Power Rangers would be cool if it was actual like
keeping
park
all of
rangers.
Park Rangers.
They just had
Speaking of
powers.
Park Rangers and video games, what was that game I played that was really sick? Firewatch. Play that game. It's awesome.
What is it?
Shit. I was going to say just pull up a trailer.
Oh, that'll take so much time. There'll be an unnecessary ad involved.
Start explaining as he starts searching, so we can kill that ad.
Firewatch.
Yeah.
Well, if you I'm telling you how to get rid of these ads, bro.
Work.
I'm telling you how to get rid of these ads.
Well, or we could just upgrade to YouTube Red and pay for it.
No, just ad block, dude. It blocks his ads.
Sponsor you.
Yeah, they should.
They could pay for
Firewatch
themselves.
soundtrack.
No, just Firewatch trailer. Firewatch trailer.
Oh, I was, yeah.
Yeah. That's part one. That's not it. Hold
It's
up. That's
59 minutes
That's
long.
that's not the trailer.
We're gonna watch all of it too.
There you go. Firewatch
Down
trailer
there.
E3. There you go.
Oh, I've seen
This game's
It's
really
pretty cool.
good. I'm not gonna lie.
Vaseline for your butthole.
It's okay. I have it turned down.
But this game's like I
I just
don't know.
want Vaseline to sponsor the podcast.
I love how the video is just some black lady applying Vaseline.
Tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous. You're in it, aren't you?
It's already pretty sick.
That danger. Whoa, whoa. Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off.
I'll see what I can do.
You think you'll take to it? Being out here?
Is he holding a turtle?
The isolation gets to people.
I don't remember that part. This is also the E3 trailer, so this is before it shipped.
Talk to you. Not in the same way.
But the art was really cool about this.
It's just like a wandering fireman.
Women have been reported missing.
No,
You're
online?
probably the last
Is
person
this
to have
online?
seen them.
Hey, you
Like,
You can download
somebody
it.
cut the comms.
together.
What?
No.
I'm out here and the wire is cut clean through.
Wait, you're already there? You're not in your tower?
No, I'm not.
Then who is?
That just gave me chills. Not.
I don't know. It looks pretty cool.
It's a sick game, not gonna lie.
It looks cool. You know what would be cool if they made a game where you're actually a cop?
Like that.
Like where you go on runs, like you're just a normal cop.
There is
Normal
one.
cop out on runs, just working.
Yeah, like some of them
There
can be
is
really
one.
boring. Like you just go and that's like a domestic dispute. And then you can choose to be a good
Or you're
cop.
just sitting on the side of the road. speed
Oh,
trapping people.
you know there's going to be like donuts involved for sure. Like they're going to make jokes, but I think it'd be like domestic disputes and then you
have to calm the situation
You know who's
down.
going to do this game, right? Rockstar.
yeah.
Press
Eventually.
Y
They
to
just be
defuse
like,
the situation. Press X to escalate the situation.
And you can choose whether you want to be a good cop or a bad cop.
yeah.
So like the bad cop is like beating black people.
You already went there. Whoa. You already went there. And I was trying to make a joke in my head that wasn't going to sound like shit. But
No, I like
Go ahead.
I was going to say there's no like if you were like
I raw dog all my jokes.
I was going to say if you're in a situation, there's never going to be like an X to press diffuse if the person's black.
You lose the ability when you like get to a certain level of like corrupt police officerness. You it's grayed out. You can't diffuse the situation.
Right. That's what
that.
That's what that's what the Rockstar's like. We're just gonna make a message here. Like this is how fucking out of hand things are.
And then be real fucked up if you are a black cop.
Oh yeah,
that doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You never see their hands. They always have gloves on. Plot twist. You're a Asian woman. You're like, what the fuck? Never even thought about it.
Well, there's got to be a voice and like little videos they play. So
no, because obviously you don't talk on your video game. So why do you need a voice?
Me personally, but.
You're all right, girl.
You're all right, girl.
That was good.
I've never even played the game.
See, what's funny is everybody else says girl, but I had a boy horse the first time.
Yeah.
And it was always like, you're all right, boy.
Easy.
Easy, boy.
Whoa, now. Whoa, now, Juice.
Have you ever like whistled for your horse and it's not in range?
Yeah.
And it's like every goddamn time.
Except this one time.
No, one of the guys that's been on the podcast a few times, Johnny, is not a fan of the game. Did you guys happen to hear that one?
I've not.
He was just he was just talking like,
why is he not a fan?
Stuff takes too long to get to. He's basically echoing all of the complaints that I've seen online.
What's it called? If you hate things just because everybody else likes them?
You can fast travel though.
You can. But he had not gotten that far.
Yeah,
me neither. I've never had to.
I've
never felt like I was like. I've never gotten to the point where I was like, man, this is really boring.
Is it the same as Fallout, where you like eventually you get to fast travel and just go to city to city? And
yeah. I mean, but so there's two ways to fast travel, right? So eventually you unlock just the ability from your camp to fast travel, which
and you're like taking stagecoaches or something.
Yeah, so that's the first when you do at your camp, you actually just mount your horse and they play a bunch of cutscenes and you get to your destination. The second way to fast travel is like to be in a major city that has stagecoaches and just pay a fare to go. Yeah. But that's been true with Red Dead. Like that was the same thing. Obviously, this map's bigger, but I used to use stagecoaches all the time because I was like, "Fuck, I've already seen the countryside a million times," and there was less going on in the countryside in original Red Dead Redemption versus this one just due to constraints. Of the
this is actually what made me want to get a console is the fact that I played Red Dead Revolver for PS2 and was like,
barks because he
I actually had a PS2.
You don't deserve it.
He is such a dickhead.
No, but I had it.
Love that game.
Well, I was playing it like after PS2 was not kind of cool anymore. Like I guess when I was in high school, I had like Red Dead Revolver. I had Need for Speed, where you get the Mitsubishi Evo
Underground.
And remember the game Bully?
Yeah, that was a Rockstar
I never
game.
did play
that. That's one I never played. I never played it.
I actually really, really liked that game.
Was the whole point like you like realize that you shouldn't be a bully, or
I don't remember.
Like,
I just remember
Rockstar likes these like weird twists. I didn't know if that was like part of the game.
Genuinely can't remember.
I bet that was.
About the game.
I think that was part of it.
But I always thought Red Dead Revolver was cool because it had like everything slowed down and then it had like the red dots on the guy and it's like it like does everything real slow.
Yeah,
still here.
It's called Deadeye.
Cool, man. I'll have to get it for sure.
Highly underrated game I think that involves slow motion is the Matrix video games.
Yep. Nope.
From PlayStation 2?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
That.
Yeah, because that was like
super fun.
One of the first
Probably
times.
That with you too.
One of the first times that a video game actually represented what I wanted to do in real life, like from the movie, and like represented it well, as opposed to like you'd get like video games based on movies or television shows and you'd like want to do something but you had the limitation of like, oh, I'll let you do that part or something like that. That was one of the first ones I think really like let you do the running on the walls and like flipping and shooting people just like that first Matrix movie.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
I was gonna say the first game I had that had bullet time was Max Payne. Which was also a Rockstar game. Yep. So
Max Payne was pretty sweet.
Good.
I do.
The movie was terrible.
I'm sure it was awful. I'm wondering, in Max Payne, did you get to paint your targets like you do in Red Dead, or was that like the introduction to like Deadeye?
What do you mean
like
paint
Max
your
Payne?
targets as far as
so
you can do that like clicking on them?
Yeah, so like in Red Dead, right? You can like go into Deadeye and then you like press RB on your targets to like
pre-target.
I remember in Max Payne you had to take pills. instead of like health.
painkillers.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Because he was a cop.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
You didn't stop any speeders.
No wonder I love that
And you
game
said
so much.
Rockstar would be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Already happened.
Inception. But yeah, like he
It
was like a
already
cop.
happened. It happened already.
It happened already.
It was off the hook.
What I would say too,
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't either. I'm just laughing because they're
Right.
laughing.
I'm watching you just I'm like, does he understand this? I don't
I'm
either.
just laughing because I enjoy when
There's a
Shane's-
skateboard movie called Grind.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Tom Green in it, and he.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
Speaking, okay, so I was getting ready to like make a shitty comment, which was going to be like, I'm probably never going to watch it, but like I was just going to like be joking about that. But when Johnny brought up Bruce Lee movies on our Facebook post, I'm not going to get into it, and I'm standing by that. Like
Bruce Lee?
Yeah,
Can't
because I have no interest in watching it. I'm not going to get online and be like, oh, I need to find this Bruce Lee movie because everybody's telling me it's so awesome. I'm just going to not
Like
do it.
Enter the Dragon or
Yeah,
something?
I'm just going to stand by and let them argue about how awesome he is and how great he is and how I was like, the movies cannot hold up. There's no way. They were made forever ago. I don't think, and everybody that is arguing with me is saying, oh, they definitely hold up. You should watch them. And I'm like, no.
So I'm gonna get so much shit for this, but he just says so many like vague ass things like sometimes you are the water or you is the water, you feel the water, and then everyone's like, dude, what? Yeah, I'm water.
Johnny, I love you, man, but I'm sticking by my thing. I'm not gonna watch a Bruce Lee movie.
I might read the book. It might be cool.
Yeah, I bet he had an interesting life.
I bet he's like
For
super knowledgeable when it comes to the way of the ninja.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I just lived through his son. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He got shot by a rubber bullet.
No, real bullet.
Real bullet.
Yeah, it was
On
like
the set of The Crow, right?
Yep.
Wasn't it like shrapnel inside of like
There's a big story about how it happened with the special effects guy. I forget, but
like something was
got
not built
mismatched.
right?
Yeah.
Because it was still like blanks, but it
I
wasn't.
heard a special effects guy was like in the running to get the part. And then he got the part, and then he gave him the special effects, and
That
they were like,
sounds like that bullshit
big conspiracy.
story.
and then he was like, "Man, I fucking hate this guy. I'm gonna put a real bullet in this gun." And then he shot himself.
Either you're trying to perpetuate something you just made up, or it sounds like that bullshit story, and which may or may not be true from the Wizard of Oz with the original Tin Man, where like they're like he's swinging in the background dead, and he's actually allergic to the makeup and all.
I heard the midget hangs himself.
That's definitely not true. None of it is. It was a.
It's fun to think it is.
Apparently, whatever it was like a bird walking, and like the way that. I want to try that one.
Yeah, go for it. It's not bad. It's not great.
There's like a bird walking by, and like the way the color was at the time made it look like something was swinging back and forth, but it was like a swan's neck or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
The scene where they're all dancing and singing, and in the background you can see something. But
Yeah. I used to, movie mistakes was always a big thing for me. So like I was always like nerding out on movie mistakes and trying to find the full.
And finding like inconsistencies, I like
What about-
that. I think that's fun.
what about Little Mermaid, where there's like penises, a lot of penises involved?
That's Disney in general.
There's-
Disney's super sexual.
Let's just say we're coming back to so the first was on Little Mermaid. There's like a penis statue on the cover of the original that they removed.
I thought it was like the castle, and then part of
The
the
castle
is a penis.
definitely like
There was
looked like
one
phallic
thing-
shapes.
There's one thing that legit like was like a a penis for sure. And then in the movie, right, is the minister, the priest or whatever that's marrying Ariel and whatever the fuck his name was. I'm sure it was like
Richard.
John or some shit.
What was this?
Dan.
It's some typical white dude name, and I think the guy was supposed to be Spanish. But anyway,
He's a conquistador.
but like he has his little like fucking like the priest has his own little nub like when he's marrying him, and then like fucking moves up and gets real hard and then comes down.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that?
Now I have to watch it.
Typical priest.
I thought you were talking about
YouTube's right here in front of us.
This is exhausting.
All right, so if you want to switch next time, I'll let you control this, and then I'll control the computer.
Boner.
Boner.
I'm gonna have to delete all of the search history.
God.
Because this is Jen's computer.
It's also her work machine.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. First thing right here.
Yeah.
No way.
Dude,
This
it's
has
fucking-
got to be like
No, it's
way.
real, dude. I pulled it up on the VHS back in the day. I didn't have it on DVD. I wasn't.
Here it is, the official video clip.
All right, they're getting married to the conquistador.
That's definitely the bag chick, Ursula.
Oh,
Kicks
wow.
the dog. Face.
Right here. Look at this thing.
I saw it. I saw it.
What?
Chud.
They're going to show it to us again?
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to his little boner.
Take witness to be your lawfully wedded wife.
God, I forget. Like, isn't this Ursula at the time?
Yeah, definitely Ursula right
Ursula.
Ursula.
Super Troopers.
Right here.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Draw the legs wrong, or did they do it for fun? You decide.
Whoever Arioke 97 is needs to be hung.
all of that is purposely. Whoever
whole
created that, drew that.
They purposely. Did you see it though? You saw it, right? Yeah.
Oh, I seen it.
Oh, dude, the dude has a
I
raging
seen it.
boner.
Oh, I know. Like,
Also, Mortal Engines looks fucking sick.
I know people do. Oh, yeah, that does look.
Have you guys seen the trailers?
I think it's gonna. The trailers look good, but I think it's one of those that
It's
are
got that one
going to
guy
end up
that's
not being
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Got that guy.
Mr. Anderson.
Go ahead, Mark.
So
We all
Mark
gotta
hasn't seen
fucking
the
say it.
Matrix. Well, he's never fucking seen the Matrix, so he doesn't
Yeah.
even know what you're talking
Really?
about.
Dude,
Yeah.
All right, he's giving
just
me. He
surprised
gave
by
me a
that.
DVD, the DVD to check it out. I was like, oh, dude, it was on Netflix. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch that.
Yeah.
It'll be like higher quality, whatever. It goes off Netflix, so I didn't end up watching it on Netflix. I didn't watch his DVD. So then he buys it on Blu-ray because then we both bought Xbox One X. I was like, all right, I'll just watch it on that.
Yeah.
He was giving it to me, so now I have both his DVDs. And I haven't watched either one of them.
I've got
it's so hard to commit.
I've given it to him on DVD. I've given it to him on Blu-ray. I've given it onto 4K Blu-ray. Bitch still hasn't watched my shit.
So, my suggestion is you just gave him the first one, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Because the first one is by far, in my opinion, the best one, and then they kind of got worse as they went along.
What if I told you? I don't know the rest of that.
Are you doing Morpheus right now?
I don't know how to sound black. Sorry.
But
hey, what if I told you?
God damn it.
Anyways,
Hey, motherfucker!
I lost.
Trying to come to the Matrix?
God damn it.
Check out this. I got a Red Bull. Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Got a Red Bull.
And Red Bull in one hand, ramen in the other hand.
Red Bull and some Red Bull and some Hennessy.
No, but the first, but there's actually really cool action scenes in some of the others.
The shit is. Sorry, I can't. I'm not trying to derail this.
No, you're all right.
10 appropriate scenes in Danny's film. It just keeps playing. So we're there was a dude with a fucking dick on his head just a few minutes ago. And with that, I'm going to take.
And that's
a
Ratatouille.
break. What were you going to say, Juice?
I don't know.
We have this awkward silence, and now no one knows what the hell's going on.
What was I saying?
Matrix. He was making fun of me. You
Yeah,
said
the
after
first
the
one.
first
Yeah. And there's other action scenes that are really good in the other subsequent films, but they're not. The entire thing isn't as good as the first one, and then they get really weird into other stuff that you kind of just wish they would have left out. And I think that's the what is it, Wachowski brothers or whatever?
Wachowski sisters, actually.
I forgot about that.
Now they're just
completely.
So now they're just the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
You don't even. There's no. So they're big on the whole no pronoun thing. So I don't know if they're big on it, but they obviously are because they're just the Wachowskis. Mm-hmm. You don't apply any sort of.
Are they still making? Are they still making stuff?
They did Sense8.
I think they
They did Sense8 on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Was that any good?
I loved it, but
I got to look it up now that you've said it was them.
Yeah.
Because I've always scrolled past it.
So the thing I will say about Sense8 is that you need to give it 3 episodes. It starts off super fucking slow. Did you ever finish it?
I got through the first episode.
Yeah, but
couldn't keep going.
So the problem,
what is this?
Sense8. It's a movie by the Wachowskis.
Sense8.
Sense8. SENSE space the number 8.
Sense8.
Got it. So, because I did, it sounds like you're saying sensei, but anyway, what happens in the movie, and I think they should have done better at this, is they introduce a fucking shit ton of characters, right off the bat.
Okay.
And so, you lose track of, who is who, but it gets easier with time. As you learn them more. Because that first episode, you learn about maybe the first 2, you learn about everyone, really quickly, and then they focus on 2 to 3 of them on an episode at a time.
Okay.
So,
yeah, what I've noticed about a lot of movies and television like that, it's almost like reading a book and it's talking in a different language during I'm trying to think of like how it's written in like a different way of talking. It takes you a minute to get used to it, but once you're used to it, it doesn't feel weird at all anymore. It just takes a minute. You just over here watching the inappropriate scenes in Disney films,
trying to figure it out without the sound,
without like the people talking and telling you what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I wanted to get into. Did you happen to think of a deep thought of the week, Shane?
More of like a judgment. I know it's Judgment Day, but kind of like a deep thought is like, have you ever noticed when people will post like them and a picture of a celebrity, and then will be like, people tell me I look like this person all the time?
That's not deep.
Like
thought.
you and
That's
Thomas
totally
Rhett?
It's not a deep thought. I just told you in the beginning that was more of a Judgment Day than a deep thought. But
So
what
like
I'm saying,
you and Thomas Rhett?
yeah, but I would never
You
put
wouldn't
on
post the picture of yourself
because,
and him.
Yeah, because I get weary about even telling people that people say that about me, because I don't want it to be misconstrued as what people do all the time is, well, they'll just think they look like somebody and they'll post it and they'll be like, people say that all the time.
Yeah.
But no one really says that.
Right.
Okay.
And that really bothers me, is because like 9 times out of 10, the person doesn't look anything like that person.
Right.
And then they just want people to be like, yeah, you kind of do look like Matthew McConaughey or whatever the fuck.
So, what do you guys think I look like? No, and this is the only reason I say this, because I don't agree with it, but I get it by people all the time.
Oh, man.
There's
Well,
two
he said
people.
John Daly earlier.
Well, don't like exclude the hair.
Okay.
Because like, don't think about the hair. Like, think about like, you don't know me before I had long hair, but the hair's new.
I saw a picture the other day.
I'm really bad at coming up with who people look like,
I was
because
saying-
even when people have said Thomas Rhett for him, I don't even know who the fuck Thomas Rhett is.
Neither
So
do
like, I don't know
He's
what he
not
looks
I was
like.
going to tell you to pull it up because I have no idea who that
He's
is.
not even good looking, and I don't want to look it up because he looks like he's like.
So now he's comparing himself. He's like, "Fuck,
he
damn
kinda,
it."
well, because people used to say that, and I would be like, no, he looks like he does heroin. He does. He's got like dark like rings around his
Circles under
eye.
his eyes?
Yeah.
So I think. So I shared that photo.
Who have people said you look like?
There's two people, which is they look nothing alike. Blake Shelton.
I don't know what he looks like either.
Not like him.
Yeah, not like me. But I've gotten it from. It's mostly women, which is always interesting. Dudes like to compare me to who's the fat British dude? Like, I don't want to say fat British dude. He's a heavier set British dude. He's probably smaller than I am.
Okay. This is Thomas Rhett.
I don't. Yeah, you don't look like. No, you don't look like this dude at all.
I guess I could somewhat see just with the beard. They're just associating you with having a beard.
You're a brown white male with a beard. Congratulations.
You look exactly like him.
It's like this really. Yeah, that's what makes it.
Yeah, look at that one right there.
See,
Which
I
one?
think
I see you looking at the shoes, dude. Can I help you, dude?
so. I think that photo I shared today. I took of you at Blackacre that one day.
Oh, that was good.
So I think that you look like, especially in that photo, like to what's that fucking dude's name? He was in Lawless and all that shit.
Ed Hardy?
No.
Ed Hardy.
Is
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy. I think you.
Tom Party is
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
You look like you're trying to party.
Hey, Tom Party. What's up, dude?
No, I think it is Tom Hardy that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But whatever movie, there's a movie with Tom Hardy. He has a beard.
Yeah.
And I think in that
It's
photo,
Lawless, probably. Yeah.
no, into Lawless, he's very clean shaven.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But
I don't know what movie
it
has a
doesn't
beard.
really matter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in that movie, like I was like, this dude, like straight up like fucking Tom Hardy to me. But
So then what was the other one you said for you?
I think it's James Corden, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, like the dude that does like the
Carpool
Late
karaoke
show.
Yeah, like he's driving people around,
You
and
don't look like him at fucking all. What the hell?
but like that's what I get a lot. I know that's why this is funny, because it's like either Blake Shelton or James Corden.
Maybe if we put them together.
What I get a lot is, you look like somebody I know.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's not like
You do like this might be the pot calling the kettle black, but you look a lot fucking like every white dude ever.
Exactly.
Because you have
A lot like every white dude.
you have a beard, and it's not like real long or anything. And then
As long as you're okay, I don't care about the stuff on the floor.
and then two, you have like the haircut that like I'm not, and this is not a bad thing because a lot of
I'm very basic.
you have just like the pointed up hair in the
Good
front,
way to put it.
Yep.
and you're white. and that's what most white guys look like. Dark complected, kind of.
Do you get anybody that people think you look like?
With your hair, you make me kind of think of the dude from Dogtown and Z-Boys. Like the really long-haired dude.
Peralta.
Yeah,
Peralta. He got made fun of a lot of videos.
Or like Sunshine from
Sunshine.
We Are the Titans.
That's a good one, actually. Your hair would have to be a lot blonder.
I'd have to see it.
I think your hair would have to be a lot blonder.
But no, I did.
But he has like
funny.
no one like I was trying to explain to my mom that because my mom knows Mark, how fucking long his hair is. It's like down past your shoulders, right?
It's about to the nips.
Oh wow,
about to the nips.
It's got about an inch cut off. Shout out to my girlfriend for trimming me up.
I think we talked about this before. I've never been able to get my hair longer than like I think that.
Most people can't.
It just drives me crazy.
Man.
Yeah, you know I've tried how many times?
I know, dude. You were doing good.
But every time I do it,
you were doing well.
Every time I do it, it gets longer. So like I just need to keep trying because every single time, first time I tried, it got long, and then the next time I tried, it got longer. But I've been doing this for like 10 years.
It sucks, dude.
But I
had the perfect opportunity to do it though. Like when I started growing my hair out.
But you have like thinner hair in terms of like my hair is so fucking thick, dude.
Mine is very thick. You have no idea. Okay. It's really fucking thick.
You're right. I haven't ran my fingers through it in a while.
Well, you should do so. No, as far as people I look like, I used to do this oxygen job, and some lady told me I look like he was a professional soccer player. I want to say Beckham or
David Beckham,
maybe. But I had short hair at the time. I'm like, I looked at it, and then I got
David Beckham's a very attractive man.
A wrestler too. I can't even remember it because I posted a photo on Instagram. It's been years though.
His hair's not that long.
Right there it is.
Sunshine, thanks. The dude that got made fun of a lot.
He cuts his hair during the movie, doesn't he?
He looks like Daniel Tosh.
He does kind of.
Everybody looks like everybody.
It's kind of funny. No, my favorite thing that I used to do to people back in the day was coming up with the animal that you look like.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about that before. But
so I would have to think about it. Give me a minute. Shane, I've already said, is kind of to me a koala bear.
Yep, don't like that. It's gross.
What is that?
Watermelon? It says lavender on it, so I don't.
Lavender lemon.
So I don't think that could be any good.
I'm going to tell you guys a joke that I say to literally everybody when
like can smells too. So
I used to wait on tables, and when I did,
it kind of smells
all right,
funky.
Let's get real into this lavender beer here.
Keep going. You were waiting tables.
No, when I would wait tables, I would tell everybody like there was a guy that I worked with that looked vaguely kind of like me. He had like a beard and semi-long hair. And that's when I had long hair. And they would mistake us for each other all the time. And I would get this kind of weird reaction to something I would say, but I would always go up to the tables and she's like, hey, can you get me this? I'm like, I'm not actually your server. She's like, oh, I thought you were that guy. I was like, yeah, all us white guys look the same. And then she did not. You get like a mixed.
Was she not white?
Some people would think it was hilarious, and then
I would say it to other white people. That's why it was funny to me, though. Yeah,
that's really funny.
I can tell.
Well, no.
Hey, that's actually very funny.
I'm laughing uncontrollably.
But back to that lavender beer, you guys are.
Please try it.
Lamont. No, you guys have already.
It's fucking nasty.
I forgot.
You already put your mouthfuls on it.
Just drop a little bit in there.
We will.
He even brought.
There was a video. Look up. Hold on.
It was funny. That's your deep thought, though.
It wasn't
Shane's deep thought, man.
About what?
He said it was actually his judgment day, really, but
it was just something I was thinking about on the way here. You may have missed it.
He was in the bathroom. Yeah.
So basically, people who. Like, we'll post something.
Actually, I like that.
Oh, my fucking God. Get back to the podcast. Like,
it could be that if you like
sorry,
no, that's okay.
Let's
everybody listen to the next 10 minutes of us trying beers and going, oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
I'll mute my mic real quick.
Yeah, I would.
What do you want?
I don't know. Something with lavender in it.
Right here.
No, go back.
I don't know.
Go back.
I don't know.
Rewind. Do you want to pause it and go back and we can listen to it and then we can...
Sure. Go do that.
I don't know. That'd be a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's more work than looking up that stuff.
I'm just saying for the listener's sake, let's not try beer.
I apologize.
This is tasty.
Well, no. So
he said, please try it, and he's our guest.
So hey, here's the thing: we're going to promote this beer. It's not even a beer to begin with.
I thought lavender was a smell. I'm just saying.
No, it's a flower.
Or a flower.
Does it have a taste?
It tastes like lavender and lemon. which is why we asked you to taste it.
What is? Well, I can't.
So anyway, it's a mere.
Who brought a Red's apple ale? Get the fuck out of here! Is that a joke?
Bye, guys.
So the only reason I'm saying this is a local company here in Indy.
Yeah.
So
do they also make candles?
It's a mead. No, actually they do.
Say Prosecco.
They have candles for sale. I don't know if they make them.
Is it?
But so it's a mead spritzer called Lavender Lemon from New Day in Fountain Square.
I don't drink
New Day Brewery.
I don't drink things
Meadery.
called mead spritzer.
It's not bad.
So they have a pineapple spritzer.
No,
It's
it's
fucking
not good.
fire.
What does actually spritzer mean?
It's
I like citrus.
Definition of
It's like-
spritzer.
I
You know
wanna
what it
say
tastes like
mostly
after
water,
like
but I don't
pale
know.
ales and IPAs?
All right, guys, let's not try not to talk over each other.
Turkey.
I was just saying, I'm going to promote the company real quick. I don't like it, but like they have other things
Fountain
I do
Square
like.
Brewery or someone else?
No, it's New Day Meadery in Fountain Square.
I'll say New Day Meadery Brewery by Fountain Square Brewery.
No, New Day Meadery. It's like it's literally right there in the heart of Fountain Square.
Oh, Fountain Square Brewery makes this beer.
God damn it. I'm just done. I'm done. Mark, are you trying to develop alcoholism? Right
I'm trying to like find out what beer he wants. He like mouthed to me like that he wanted a beer after talking shit about
Is this
beer.
Rolling Rock? This looks like Rolling Rock.
I'm just curious.
Oh no, this is Presidente, dude.
Hey.
I wish I would have gotten that one.
It's like
now.
the poor Corona.
Are you just keeping all the good ones in the cooler still, or is that?
All right, what's left? That's why we're trying to give it to you
He's
guys.
put all of his empty cans in there too. It doesn't
I'm not
make any
trying
sense.
to trash the place.
There's not one good beer on that table.
I guess Shane's getting no beer.
All right, there it is. No more beer for him.
Okay, I'll take the Presidente. That's because it has a cool name.
So Shane's deep thought of the week was
It's not really. Quit calling it a deep thought because it's not deep. It's just that.
Did you not? You have no deep thoughts?
that was your example though,
Dude,
right?
if you know anything about me, I haven't had a deep thought in a while.
I think you have. You just don't want to share it.
We just stole them last time off of Reddit.
That's true. That's true. But go ahead, Mark. I think you had one that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it because I'm really into the simulation thing.
I noticed it yesterday, and because I said it to my girlfriend Kinsey on our way to
Jesus.
parents' dinner. Nice shot.
Fucking.
Anyway.
Wow. He fucking tried to take a side sip of his beer and about spilled it all over him.
You better watch it.
You're going to get that mic
better
wet,
watch
bro.
it.
Hey, I got a cold, and if you make me laugh too hard, boogers will come out.
I can't wait to watch UFC in this room.
Oh, there is boogers on my nose.
Juice versus Shane.
God, that
What?
was awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Anyway.
I like your shoes, Mark.
Thanks, man.
Rewind. You're with
Great
your
name.
girl. You talked about this with Kinsey?
Yeah. So, deep thought of the week. I just
There's a lot of boogers. I don't know what to do. I got a cold. I can't help it.
I'm sorry, man.
I'll get some Kleenex for the room.
Okay.
All right.
You know, I'll just buy some. I'm
You're all
going to
right,
donate
boy.
$2 for Kleenex.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He didn't know it was there. He looked at us all normal. I'm crying. Oh my god! Oh, for those of you obviously listening, Juice just laughed, and then a giant snot loogie hung from his nose, and then he didn't know it was there, so he's like looking at us all normal, and then he touched it, and then he ran to the bathroom.
Made Juice run out of his own podcast.
Oh god, that was so nasty, dude.
So embarrassed.
I'm crying. You're right, boy.
You're right,
That's what got me. It was either that or spit beer completely out of my mouth on the floor. Because I'm gonna have to cut out that
No one's gonna want to
minute
watch
and a half.
this. This is just no.
Laughing because I don't. Did you guys even say anything? Because I think I heard you laugh.
I explained what happened.
about an hour.
We were
or not an hour.
trying
a minute.
to collect it. We were trying to collect ourselves. You
Yeah.
cut out like
But you said you're all right, boy. It just got me.
Dude.
It's a funny thing, man. It's weird. He talks to his horse very strangely throughout the show.
Oh, goodness. Go back to, you were talking to your lady.
Lady.
I'm going to try.
Don't edit that out because
Better not.
Don't edit anything.
Yeah, I know.
Come
Can't
on.
wait to watch the video. Anyway.
I was trying not to spray beer out.
I love that you were just looking at us like, and it was hanging out of your nose.
I wasn't sure if anything was out of my nose.
Yeah,
or
it was
not.
out.
Oh, I know. Once I went into the bathroom.
The whole mustache probably padded the feeling of loogie on your upper lip.
Oh, yeah. I went and hosed down.
All right. Recollect yourselves.
Oh, man.
Deep breaths.
Well, this podcast isn't going to be good for anyone but us because
that's okay.
I enjoyed it, but we're just us yelling and screaming and talking over each other. But
good old time.
Fuck it.
Happens.
All right.
Talking to your girlfriend.
Free
Yeah,
beer.
deep thought of the week. Back to it. I was thinking the other day, I was on my way home, and the song came on in my Spotify playlist, and it just so happened to be, like, I was thinking about this song a long time ago, because it's an old song that me and my buddies used to listen to back in the day, and I listened to it at about the same time that I listened to it months back with this friend that I'm going to talk about here in a second, at about the same spot, almost pulling home. I pull home, a couple hours pass, go through the day.
What's pull home mean?
Pulling home, going home. I was on my way home.
He's about to pull up.
Like pulling in the driveway.
Pulling in the driveway.
Okay.
Yes. So I hear that song, and I play it all the way until I pull home. And a couple hours later, my buddy that hung out with that friend that I was with listening to that song texted me, said he's hanging out with that friend that I was with, and that they're going to try to work things out, talk about things, because
they had a beef.
Yes. That night that I listened to the song originally in the first place, I was with him that day, and then my other friend came over, and there was a big fight that broke out between those two.
The first time you heard the song,
We need a story. We need a whiteboard.
Hold on.
This.
I think I got it. Hold on.
It's a lot.
The first time you heard the song, there was a fight. People got they had a beef with each other, and then some time went by. He was pulling in his driveway, heard the song again, and then next thing he knows, gets a phone call. Him and those two other guys are working stuff out, and now they're going to be friends again because he. So basically, the beginning of listening to the song and hearing it again signifies the first time and the last time you heard it is the amount of time that was in between the beef.
You lost me.
Got it.
That's partially
I've got
true.
It.
That's
I've got all of it,
true.
though.
Yeah, so
That's partially true.
Basically, the first time you heard it, that was when the beef started. The last time you heard it is when it ended.
No, I didn't hear it twice.
Oh. Then I'm lost.
All right. We're all lost now.
I will try to do my best. I will start this. So I hear that song on my way home at about the same spot I was with that friend listening to that song.
What's important about the song?
I'm getting there.
Okay. They heard it and that ended it?
Oh.
I was with the guy.
We're like, dude, we're like that annoying girlfriend that's like watching a movie with Mark. We're like, so who is that?
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah.
Why is that guy? Why is that guy mad at that guy?
Why are they so mad?
All right. Start over real quick. Just follow me. All right.
I'm with you.
I'm not even going to
I'm not
listen.
with you.
All right.
Shane and I are not with you, and it's not the
Okay,
alcohol.
so I will start
Speak for
again.
yourself.
Did you just assume? All right. A couple months back, I was with my friend.
Okay.
And we're listening to music from back in the day that we all listened to. Okay. And a song came on.
What's the genre?
Screamo. Emo, Screamo. It was kind of a dumb band. It's Horse the Band, to be exact.
Yeah.
A song called Birdo, if anyone wants to listen to that.
It's not Ohio is for Lovers.
No, that's Hawthorne Heights.
I know. I just want to.
Yeah. Anyway.
Horse the Band, Birdo.
Horse the Band, Birdo comes on, and I'm hanging out with my friend. We go to my house, and we're drinking, just having fun, and my other friend comes over that day, and us three
is
are
this
together.
At your current house?
Yes, current
okay,
house.
so I know the
my
situation.
New house, yes,
I know all
my
about
house.
this. All right.
Yes, you know about the situation,
Cool.
so it'll help. So
We're
you're
good.
out.
Yep.
And anyway, that night, a bunch of bad shit went down between those two friends and me. I was involved. They got into a fight. I'm not going to mention names. Just
Fist fight?
Yes, bad. It was
at your house.
It was bad
At your house.
And
Body parts were lost.
Body parts were lost. It was bad. It sucks. Like, I'm not proud about it. One friend got too out of hand. The other friend put him in his place, and yeah, so that's the end of that. Yesterday, I was listening to that same song at about the same place where me and that original friend listened to it coming home with me and my girlfriend, and we go to her mom's, do the Thanksgiving with them. On our way back, my friend that was with him that like assisted in the fight that broke out that night texted me at about the same place that I originally heard the song the first time and the second time.
Got it.
So all these things are aligning.
But you told me
And
that
he
you
said-
didn't hear the song twice. You said you only heard it once.
I did.
But you said when I heard it again at the same spot.
That's the second time. I didn't hear it with the same friend. That's what's confusing
but
about it.
you did hear it twice.
Yes, but this is over months apart, not one day like yesterday where all of this like fell into place.
We're good now.
But I thought the first time you heard it and the last time you heard it was signaling from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight.
No. The fight that was its whole event.
Own thing.
Yes.
What's
And
the
now
deep?
I'm lost.
What's the deep thought? Let's just like get a whole summary of what the deep thought is.
The deep thought is like I feel like it's a simulation that like we're all like it's like a glitch or something. Like it's weird that all these things aligned in the same spot. I heard the same song in the same spot a couple months ago where it first started, and then on the way home I heard the song again with my girlfriend, and we're on our way home in the same spot that song came on. And then with that happening in that same spot with my girlfriend,
the song's playing. You get a text.
With the song playing, I get a text from my friend who got into a fight with the other friend at my house, and that was the last time I've heard that song since that night.
I need to know the ratio. Or like what's the chances you're going to hear that song in your car? Do you have like
he just said that was the last time he's heard it.
No, I'm saying, is there a CD in your car that has that song on it that you play continuously, or is it like, what are the chances that you would hear this song?
The chances are all right. There's two separate
You
things.
said Spotify.
I have a Spotify playlist. It's in like my favorite songs playlist. That's probably where it came from in the beginning of the story. And then the second time, it's not my favorites playlist. I have a favorites playlist that I usually go to, but it was not that playlist. It was just like a Spotify pre-made playlist for me, and it happened to be in the same fucking spot, the same song with the same thoughts that was happening from months ago. And
so did these two people make up?
That's what I don't know, because he said he was going to text me. That's what's weird, is because he texted me at the same spot when that song was playing that he was hanging out with that friend to try to like rekindle friendship. And I'm like, let me know how that goes. And like I didn't like none of that clicked until I was on my way home to my parents to do Thanksgiving.
Dude,
Day.
I had
it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I had multiple experience of that.
It's weird.
in like high school, and I used to have a lot. I feel like a lot stronger connection to music than I do now, because now I listen to like talk radio podcasts. Like I'm always like, but I'm forcing myself to listen to music, but also, you know, that same experience back in the day, I feel like there would be, and I always listen to the radio because I like had the radio stolen out of my car, so I just put the stock one back into my car when I was in high school. So like the stock one just had literally FM stations, and I would play like X103 or whatever the popular rock station was at the time, and there was a song that like, which is funny because I don't even have like a song with my wife like that I think of her besides the wedding song, but there was like a song that I had with that girl that I dated that I was like the first true love or whatever, and we broke up, and I remember I would always, it felt like if I was driving, because school's here, the road to her house was like down the road from the school, you just turned right off of the road going to school.
You went to Eastern, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Going to her.
I'm just trying
going
to
her house.
where you are.
It's like out in the country, like 700 West or something like that.
700 West is my road.
That's probably wrong then. Anyways,
700 East.
Yeah, and either way, it just felt like I would be, and I actually figured it out because I thought that it felt like it was like fate that I was always hearing this song, and like I felt like it was kind of like not necessarily a simulation because that theory didn't exist then, or at least it may have existed and I just never heard of it. But I started to realize that like way down the road, like when I was a couple of years older, that song was probably playing on that rotation of the radio, and I was like leaving school and football practice at like the same time.
Time loop.
But I was hearing that song going by her house, thinking at the time it was like, man, that song goes off every time I go by her house.
It's crazy
because it's our song, and then like it would make me like so like sad or whatever. But that's not.
But it's also crazy the amount of power that a song has.
Right.
Like there is people out there that will listen to a song and they'll be like, everybody shut the fuck up, turn this up, and everyone be quiet because this song is on right now and I need to hear.
Yeah. I found
that's a big thing when some things can be completely stopped because you just want to hear this fucking song. That
I found my first one that I'm embarrassed that I was as into it as I was when I was into it, and it is Slow Motion by Third Eye Blind.
Slow Motion for me.
No, it's a Third Eye Blind, like it's a very like deep, like sad song. Lame. But like somebody was trying to play it the other night in a group of people because they associate that song with me because we like hung out so many times back in the day, and that song would play and we'd be getting ready to go party or something, and like I don't know why that song got popular, but it got popular with our group, and then she was trying to play it in a different group of friends, and I was like, dude, don't play that. Yeah, it's so sad. It's depressing. Like they're not going to get it. They're not going to enjoy it. Because I'm all about like the current mood of everybody, and I don't want to like dive that down just because me and my friend are trying to have like a moment. So I'm like, no, just pause that moment. We'll save that for later.
Well, there's also so many times where like just listening to one song can, and this is like everyone says this all the time, so it's a very like accepted point of view, but everyone will listen to a song and then it'll bring you back to a very specific portion of your life where you were going through something, or just it will remind you of something good, like
super fun.
Yeah. So like I can think of Spring Break in 2008. I can think of all the songs I listened to when I was going through
Asher Roth, I Love College.
Yeah. Or like when I was going through a breakup, like dude, this is super embarrassing, but I don't give a shit. Justin Timberlake. I would listen to literally Justin Timberlake when I got broke up with.
He's a G.
And it's like, can you help me find my way? And it's all like, it's like I'm so lost. And
I'll take the Miller Lite though. By the way,
it can take you back to like a very specific point
and
in time.
It's funny because you said Hawthorne Heights, or I said that, but it made me think of when we were hanging out at what's his name's house, and we would go Grady's house, and we would fucking go over to the chick you were seeing at the time, Katie or whatever her name was. Yeah, and then Angel is still a part of my life to this day because of Nicole is friends with
the Rushville Girls.
And it's just crazy how just thinking of that song and that time and like Senses Fail and shit like
all
that.
All this shit gets brought up, you remember it.
And as soon as anyone brings up that song, I'm like, oh man.
You know what Shane's missing out on that we all get memories tied to? Smell.
Yeah.
Smell.
I have memories tied to
smell.
I have memories tied to smell like that go deep, run real deep.
So you don't know what I'm talking about fucking like going to like your kid, like your friend's house, and like it just smell like body odor, and like mac and cheese and like bullshit food.
Maybe that's why he was such good friends with.
I just always assumed Mark's house smelled like shit.
Have you've never been able to smell recently?
8 and above, I have not been able to smell.
Yeah, so you've never just ridden bikes with a bunch of dudes, went home, sat with them, played video games, and smelled like fucking Doritos and Mountain Dew.
The house and that brings
you can't smell their fucking stink ass breath.
This weekend.
No, but I do remember my dad. The house I live in now, they have a fireplace, and all the pillows by the fireplace smelled like a fireplace because they like
today or recently.
When I was a kid.
When you were a kid.
And still, I guess.
What happened to you that you don't have... I've never always listened to the show, so like I don't...
So I got into an accident. I ran...
at 8 years old.
Yes, it was Father's Day.
Okay.
And I ran to a barbed wire fence on a dirt bike, and a piece of barbed wire went through across my face and gave me 6 fractures around my eye and left scar tissue in my nose. So since there's so much scar tissue in my nose, I can't smell anymore.
That's fucked up.
And they also told me that I wasn't going to be able to taste anymore. But and we have this conversation all the time with people.
But he loves Fazoli, so we know that is still true.
Well,
he can't taste anything.
But the thing about taste is, and smell, like you don't have anything compared to. And this can be my deep thought, I guess, is every time that I feel like I can smell something, it's me just remembering what something smells like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm not actually smelling that thing, but I'm seeing something.
Kind of part of the simulation.
Yeah, so I'm seeing something, and it's making me think that I can smell something that I'm not actually smelling.
No, that happens to me a lot. Like I'm like, am I actually smelling this, or is there like a few things that are making nostalgic?
Because when I see Christmas stuff, I think of pine. The smell of like pine needles and stuff like that. And then when I'm by my dad's fireplace, I feel like I can smell the fireplace.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I'm saying like, I actually randomly thought about this the other day. Actually, I was like, am I actually smelling it, or is it just like my memory? And like, I don't know if it's or not. Like,
sometimes I'll be like,
I smell this, but people who have migraines smell smoke all the time. Obviously, there's no smoke in the thing, so like your brain actually triggers like sense like that.
Yeah,
the I smell smoke thing.
Yeah,
or even like if you're having a stroke, you smell burnt hair is another thing.
Sure, I mean, well, I don't know. It's probably similar,
burnt toast. But so my thing is, I'll be around a bunch of people and I'll be like, "Hey, do you guys smell this right now?" Because I'm getting excited because I'm like, "Oh shit, maybe I'm smelling something." So I'll ask everybody I'm with, and they're like, "No, I don't smell that." And I'm like, "Fuck, okay."
No, but that's crazy. But it actually that alludes to a lot of what I've thought is like when I'm. Like when I'm doing things again, like I can smell the room of fucking dumbass 12-year-olds who haven't bathed, who are drinking Mountain Dew and eating like Doritos, and you're like, God damn, that smells so bad, but you can like smell it. And you're like, ugh, like it's gross.
But I mean, I think I still have the same, just minus the smell. Like I have all the, like if I see like an old school video camera, I think of like all the that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you still have it tied to memory.
So that's my thing is like, I'm a programmer, right? So like I'm like, these are pointers. We call them pointers in our world, right? Like to reference, they're references or aliases to what this object is. Mm-hmm. So like if someone's cooking, do you like reference the old smell and like does it trigger like an aroma to you? Mm-hmm. Like
it almost triggers a thought of an aroma. Like I don't actually smell that thing, but
I think you're like Daredevil, but with your smell.
But
it's like constructing a picture in your mind of like what it should smell like.
I think that's exactly what it is.
That's
what I'm saying.
I genuinely don't smell anything. Sometimes, like when something has a strong odor, it will affect my nose the same way it would a normal person, but I don't actually get the smell.
Like horseradish.
No, like if somebody slides a big old plate of hot wings in front of my face, and you take a deep breath, and that like tingles your nose. Like
you get the tingle.
I get the tingle, but I don't get the smell.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like horseradish, because it's like a very like makes your eyes water type thing. So that's interesting.
It's very interesting.
So I just wanted to share mine really quick, my deep thought of the week. And this is like I was telling Jesse and Mark and the group on Facebook Messenger before we hopped on. It was a little dark, but so you know how everything that is good that we've had that has been taken away or ruined, it all starts with one person. So what if it was possible to go back and eliminate every one person that ruined all of the good stuff always? And I know eliminate sounds bad, but I mean just like remove them from the equation, like
stop them from ruining.
For example, like I'm an on again, off again cigarette smoker, smoking on a plane. Somebody had to have started that. The one person started it. And I'm sure people wouldn't like it now, but if you always had that happen consistently, you would have never thought any different. And I'm trying to think of other examples of things that are good or used to be good, but are not good now.
That makes me think of the first time the first time a commercial plane was built, and the very first people walking onto a commercial plane, they had to have, the first question that came out, one of the first questions that came out of their mouths was, "Can we smoke in here?"
Right.
Or the news.
They built ashtrays into them.
Or the paper was coming out about how commercial flight was about to start, and one of the things in the paper was like, "Hey, you can, like, there will be smoking."
So I guess my question is, did society, and this is kind of like my deep thought was actually around a lot of society stuff. So, did anyone ever question it to begin with? Like, it was just assumed that you would smoke in there. Like,
or was it?
Because society just did it. That's like saying, like, today, like, you're like, well, duh, like, blacks can get on planes. But used to, like, that wasn't a thing. And I'm saying, like, not smoking wasn't really a thing.
And then that got me even deeper into my own twisted pretzel brain of this thought. The thing that I think is a good thing that I would want to eliminate, the first person that started the train of eliminating it, there are other people that would disagree with me completely. So then who gets the whole control of that? Do I get control of that to completely just shape my reality however I want? And I say yes, but that's also because it's my thought.
Well, I think something that you said was interesting, that they put ashtrays in the chairs. So before anyone was able to ask, can we smoke on this plane? Somebody had already decided that there's going to be ashtrays in this plane. So there had to be whatever commercial plane company that it was sat down in a meeting and decided, like, we're going to put ashtrays here
because we know people are going to smoke.
And so a room of 15 to 20 people or less could have potentially started the smoking on a plane thing without even knowing that they're doing it, just because they know what the plane is capable of. And then they know that, that the plane has a system to get rid of the smoke and all that stuff. So this is kind of crazy to think that maybe 20 to 25 people decided whether there's going to be smoking on planes or not.
And what society chose it, though. That's what I'm saying.
What I also want to ask, too, though, just to go along with it really quick, what are some things that you liked that have been like taken away? Like, that, not taken away, but just have changed that you don't have access to anymore?
I don't want to sound like a broken record and sound like every redneck white dude in the world, like, I fucking hate this. But I really do dislike the how everybody gets a trophy thing. I know that's like
participation trophy.
Yeah, it's like.
But that started with one person. That had to have started with one person that was pissed off and they were annoyed because blah, blah, blah was happening.
I mean, yeah, it had to have been like a movement, like somebody, but my thing is like.
So we eliminate that person.
I get what you're saying. Like, you go back and you can eliminate that. But I'm saying, like, it just sucks that, no one's going to want to participate or be good at anything if they're going to get the same fucking trophy that the kid next to them is going to get. Like, no one's going to try as hard. We're not going to have as many Michael Jordans and LeBron Jameses and all those kind of things because people aren't going to want to try as hard as they might have if they knew that they were going to get this thing for doing it. If everybody gets the same fucking trophy, then it's just going to be one big circle of people that are kind of trying.
I don't think we're ever going to see that in our lifetime because of the fact that it's hardwired into people to want to have more and be better than others.
And without trophies,
so there's going to be people that are just going to dominate that system.
Well, without trophies, there's still going to get be people that get rewards for being better than other people, because you're going to get more attention from being better than.
I see where you're going though, because it could eventually just it could get. I don't want to sound like a weirdo, but it's going to get bred out of us eventually.
But I would much rather live in a world where I didn't do the things I should have done to make the team. So next year I have something to work towards. I have a work ethic, and I'm going to do these things, so next year I will make the team. Instead of just being like, oh, you made the team, but you fucking suck. So then you're going to want to put in that minimal effort starting there and for the rest of your life.
For everything, yeah.
And you're going to get a minimal effort job. You're going to get a minimal effort wife. And then
there's a lot of that.
Kind of goes on from there.
But you also have to have those people, because if you didn't, you couldn't step on them to get to where you want to get to.
But
participation trophy, and then
for sure,
prestige trophy.
Yeah, but there for sure is people out there that just suck at things, and they've accepted that. But there's people out there that could have been people that have done great things, but instead of doing great things, they were told that this was enough. Or putting in this amount of effort was okay, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I've peaked or whatever. Yeah. And I think it's better to be told that you can do better, or that next year you should try harder, or that kind of thing. And I like that about being in sports, and I will admit that I was that kid that sometimes was told hey, next year come back and do better, and that made me come back and do better. But coming from someone that dealt with that, I liked it. I like being told go work harder, go do this better, and then reaping the benefits of putting in the work and being better at whatever you're trying to be better at.
I agree 100%. But also at the same time, I'm still mad about the person that wouldn't let me call my horse what I want to call it on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Especially knowing that Red Dead Redemption 2 is
it's a game you own.
You hear not only that,
who else is seeing it?
Fuck all that. It's Rockstar, and they throw out the words bitch, whore,
Slave fucker.
Slave fucker.
They did say that,
Darkies.
and I was actually like,
No, they
whoa!
used darkies.
And didn't they have
they
that?
use darkies
Didn't they have that big thing where like you could? There was a girl. We talked about a lady promoting like women being able to do this, and that.
The
and then you
feminist?
can,
And you could
and
feed her to an alligator,
alligators,
apparently?
Yeah.
but you can't name your fucking
So
horse
here's why.
cocksucker.
So, as a programmer, here's what I think happened, and obviously,
It's like
I'm not
different
saying
divisions of the like. You're going to work on this. We're going to work on this, and these people over here were super like.
No, I don't want that.
So
They shouldn't be able to name their horse whatever the fuck they want.
I don't think
And then these
that
people
it's-
over here were like, "Let's fucking hang people." Yeah.
I think that what happened is this, and it's kind of, and I know this because like I kind of understand software engineering. So,
Kind of.
if you think about like, if someone's already built something, you're not going to reinvent it, right? So,
Like the wheel.
like the wheel. So if you're tasked with doing a job, you're like, hey, we need to throw in 130 nails. We need to get this job done. You're not going to reinvent a hammer that is like, oh, this one's better for 130 nails. You're just going to grab a hammer and put the nails in. They're like, oh, we need a way to filter some content on the name. Like, so instead of like making their own filter, they just probably opted for one that's like a public, like a shareable like piece of code for a name filter. So because the name filter seems to be very similar to the same name filter that's in Rocket League, so I can't use that filter.
Do you know what I think they did?
That's what happened, guaranteed.
Here's what I think they did. So with the things they said in the game, right? They got to choose what was said. So you could say, well, all that stuff you said that was bad that they said. But then when you give it an open thing, then you get to choose what you said. So someone's going to take a video of, oh, I named my horse this really, really fucking bad thing.
That's actually a very, I like
so the team got to decide, this is the worst we're going to do. This is the worst things we're going to say. And then you go back to the names of the horses, then like...
Because they have no control of what's going to be put on the internet.
Yeah. So if you give people an inch, they're going to take a mile.
And then people are going to lose their minds because they're saying, oh, you get to see this.
So they got to set the bar of what's bad and what's not.
I think that's actually...
And I heard a nope. So let's...
So when you get to put your horse... This is why I know this. So the only reason I would say this, right? When you go to put in your horse's name, the keyboard you're presented is the keyboard provided by Microsoft. So when like the screen comes up, it's like it's Microsoft Xbox branded stuff. It's not like they wrote their own keyboard. So they're referencing the API of Microsoft. I think when that thing gets sent in, it's like they have a profanity filter, and they say when you hit enter, it goes, "Let me check the profanity." Oh, you're.
Is it kind of like when you're trying to you pick a celebrity and you're like, this girl's name naked. And then when you put naked, there's no results already there.
Sure, no, you have to turn the filter off.
You have to hit naked and then hit enter before you'll get any actual results.
Perfect.
Because we've all been there,
Nailed
right?
it.
Either I'm alone or we've all tried to see, I don't know.
You're just alone. Rosie O'Donnell naked.
That's who you look like.
Very well done. If you think that, there's I was going to say there's a great movie where I was. No, wait, that was Ricky Lake. Never mind.
Is this League of Their Own?
No, there's it's a documentary called The Business of Being Born, and Ricky Lake is naked in it.
Oh God,
giving birth.
That just sounds disgusting.
On that note, I'm gonna take a pee.
Yeah, giving birth
with my wee wee.
She's giving birth. I know you won't be able to respond. Giving birth in a bathtub, and she's really into like the birthing of humans. So, and she's a big proponent of at-home births.
That's really wild. One thing, the last thing. Okay, no, your deep thought of the week is what I wanted to hear real quick.
Yeah, I was like, well, he maybe skipped me for time, but
no, we're good.
So, I kind of have two, but the first one is it's hard to quantify, but it's kind of ties into like what you guys were talking about as far as like what is driving society to make these choices of things. Like it's fucked up. Like it's a very fucked up thing to think about. Like what is wrong, what is right, like what is moral, what is not. And it kind of like on the way here, like I was listening to something with Mark from a guy named Larkin Rose, which is like an anarchist guy, and I'm a big anarchist, but and that only plays in one small part of it, but like the core concepts, the core logic of what makes something wrong or right, and like when you have someone else like tell you about something and it breaks it down into these like concepts of, you know, the idea that like it doesn't really matter. Like in that particular situation, the whole point was like, you know, government doesn't actually exist, right? So like we make these things, someone has chosen these things, and why do those people have more power over us? The same thing I feel like about words, and I got in a conversation with some people at work where I was trying to explain a concept that I have that involves the idea of words. And words are nothing more than a piece of noise that we associate to some sort of behavior, object, thing, some sort of noun or feeling. So, what are you doing over there?
Just getting situated.
I need to get longer cords, don't I? Sorry.
It's a really short cord.
It is,
I was trying to clean up the look out here, and
that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm not complaining.
But anyway, so the whole concept is like I'm gonna try to not offend everyone. So I'm gonna try.
No, go ahead and offend everybody.
So my purpose was people who have a problem with like swearing and profanity. Like I think it's ridiculous.
I agree, dude. I don't know what we're talking about because I went to the potty.
I'm more of talking about, and I need a potty, so I'm trying to get this out. So
just like you're trying to get that potty out.
I need to get that potty out. Anyway, the idea though is like if like it's more about against society, and like society is the team. These words are wrong. Society is the one that takes all these traditions and all these fucking bullshit and like continue perpetuates like this is bad. So my argument was at the time, like somebody wouldn't say like "goddamn" or something like that.
Oh yeah, and so I real quick, I had a grandma that basically said, I used to say crap or gosh darn it,
or frickin'.
And she used
Remember
to still
frickin' was
she used to still flip out because she said, I know what you meant to say. So you're still going to get your mouth washed out with soap. And at the same time, I never cursed in front of my family, mom, anybody until I was like 22 years old or 21.
Yeah,
because I was so freaked out by that, and I still to this day don't curse that much.
Coming from someone who's a dad, I actually have a really big problem with this because I've been known to cuss around my daughter, and that's not like something I enjoy.
Yeah, but so start there. What is cussing?
I know it's
right?
and like and I always say this, and she thinks I'm like she thinks I'm so stupid for saying this, but I like they're just words.
It's just words.
It's just a word. Like fuck is just something that adds emphasis to something else, or makes it sound better in some occasions, or like tells people how angry you are, or
it's this belief in a sound that you've given.
Yeah,
like it's.
But like if my daughter grows up and says fuck all the time, and doesn't do drugs and doesn't do a bunch of horrible things,
she's doing pretty good,
dude. I hope I actually hope this, that my daughter grows up and cusses like a sailor, but is this like a good ass girl, like a good person, has good morals and all that stuff, and cusses. I would think that's hilarious. Me and my daughter hanging out. You know, fuck that, I'm okay with that.
We're out here hecking cussing.
And I get the reason, like, well, obviously I don't want her saying those kind of things now, is because if she were to go to daycare and say those kind of words or something, then it would cause a lot of problems, because there'd be parents like, why is your kid cussing all the time? But I am not necessarily so worried about, like, I just tell her, like, just like anything else, we don't touch that. We don't chew gum because you're not old enough to chew gum. You don't drink beer because you're not old to drink beer. You don't cuss because you're not old enough to cuss. And that's
you're just setting boundaries.
And that's how it'll always be. But for me to not be able to, she sees me drink beer, she sees me chew gum. So what's the difference between me cussing and telling her she's not?
You're a big explaining the why guy, aren't you? Like why you shouldn't be able to do that.
Exactly, because because I don't want to be told I'm not allowed to do anything that I don't agree with.
Right.
But I genuinely think at her age...
I'm saying it's a good thing for kids because I think kids need to know the why instead of just saying, you're not allowed to do this because I said so. I just think that's stupid because...
Well, sometimes I do say because I said so because
I was the kid, though, that was like, well, why do you say so? Like, tell me why.
But when you've told him 17 times, like, can I have candy?
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
And I'm like, no. And she's like, why? I'm like, because I said so. Because I don't want to say it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you can't have candy because that's just... People don't eat candy.
But then she already knows the why because you've already explained the why.
But if she genuinely wants to know the answer to something, which is sometimes the case, I will say, like, you can't cuss, you can't chew gum, you can't... What was the other thing I said? Drink beer, because you're not old enough to do that yet. And just because I do it, and I've actually always loved that phrase, do as I say, not as I do. Because I know that sounds stupid, but it's a genuine thing that I feel like. Don't do what I'm doing, but just do what I say because I'm your dad. And I grew up and my dad was like, drinking beer all the time, and here I am drinking beer. That's fine, but I didn't do it till I was like 17, 18 years old. Which some people might say that's blasphemy, crazy. But if you don't think your kid's out there drinking a couple of beers at 17, 18 years old, then you're crazy. And two, they're going to end up hitting that little stride later on in their life and being crazy, going to college, having their first beer, and then next thing you know, they're fucking wilding out and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Kids in college that
so you need to be
had never been able to touch anything, and they flipped out.
Because if you take everything, and I've told you this before, I want to instill the right ideas to my daughter and let her know what the right thing to do is and then make her own decisions. Because if I tell her, you got to do this and you got to do that, you know what she's going to do? The fucking opposite. So that's how I feel about the cussing thing. It's like, you might hear me cuss, and then maybe when you're 16, 17 years old and you want to throw an ass out there or a bitch or whatever, then, that's funny. I don't care. But right now, Dad says no to drinking, gum, whatever it might be, and cussing.
Just get her Xbox Live. She'll cuss a lot.
Yeah, and to think that I can't stand people that just think that their ignorance is bliss. So I told her not to do that, and she won't cuss, and then she's off somewhere else in another room cussing because she's just not going to do it around you because she's not an idiot.
Well, yeah, so that's kind of my thing, right? And that's what perpetuates everything because people believe these myths of what the real thing that started this conversation with a coworker was, I was like, he wouldn't say, oh my God, that's what it was. And he's like, why don't we use, he even
God's name in vain.
Yeah. But he's like, he had his own things, but he's like, he was like raised Quaker or some shit, but he's like, I think he had some place in his mind. He's like, I just don't do it because of that. I was like, oh, because you're programming, right? Like you're programmed to think these things. We all are, right? Like, and I'm a big fuck your programming.
And I bet with you don't want to get into that conversation with someone every single time that they do that, because how many times on a daily week or a daily basis do you hear someone say I don't want to say that because it's bad. You don't want to go into this full on blown conversation while saying, oh my God, is not that big of a deal.
You have to explain yourself every time.
I get more I don't get irritated. I try to think my parents are pretty cool because they were very, I don't want to say they're very religious people because they weren't. I mean, they are obviously your blue collar Christian loving people, but they loved me enough to when I was like, look, I don't want to do it. And they didn't force it. I think I was kind of born this way. I used to think maybe I was just thinking different, but I'm born this way, and a lot of people aren't, which I noticed, which sounds condescending, and I'm sorry. But when I was getting dressed, I was like, why the fuck am I have to get dressed for our creator? That doesn't fucking make sense. Get on your Sunday best. I was like, this doesn't fucking make sense. Why doesn't he just love me for who I am if he's this person? So this all spirals into my belief system of what is all this bullshit that we're doing? What is all these traditions we're doing? Why are we doing them? So
a lot of times
Black Friday, we just had it.
Well, a lot of times every little thing
consumerism
from the Bible or whatever is turned into this thing where it transforms into its own thing. It can start from this little idea that you get from the Bible, and then people will take it and turn it and morph it into what suits them best. And some guy at one point was God would want us to be wearing our nicest clothes on Sunday.
Right.
So next thing you know, everybody's fucking wearing suits and ties and shit to who fucking cares?
And that's why this is all the more I think about it,
that's a classism thing, I think.
So the Darren Brown thing I brought up, which apparently you guys have spoken about before.
Yeah, the Push, the reality show I talked to you about.
The Push. Did you ever watch it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go ahead. No, you explain it because I've explained it before to him already, and it didn't make an impact.
Darren Brown was on Joe Rogan recently, and I forget why. One of my friends was suggesting it, and like my friend and I, we go out on Wednesdays and we just talk like.
You said Joe Rogan, so I'm listening.
Yeah, you should. That's why it's working. So, and this actually plays into what I'm about to say. But anyway, we talk about bullshit, and he's like, "Hey, you need to watch this thing with Joe Rogan," and he's not a big Joe Rogan person, but anyway, I watched it. The guy's name is Darren Brown. Darren Brown is I believe he's British mentalist. So on the side in the past, he's done magic or whatever, but he does these shows where
I did hear this one.
Yeah, but anyway. And he has this concept, and maybe this is very prominent in the mentalist world, and I don't know a lot about it, but the idea of subjectability. So when they go to do their performances, they look for people who are very, what they call like subjective or like manipulative.
Vulnerable
is a great word for me. Like, not that they are purposely that way, but like that's just who they are.
They respond to what you're saying more than someone. They don't necessarily see through the bullshit as somebody might.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have that in me. Like, I would literally get kicked out of his filter like first round. Like,
yeah. Same. I'd be like, this fucking guy. This is total bullshit. Yeah.
And like, he's like, I don't want you in my thing because you're just trying to fight with it. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to fight. That's not who I am. And I guess he was not going to argue. He knows that that's society.
Yeah. Well,
so what I'm getting at though is in the Push, there is, and I'm going to ruin it. So if you care about the Push, literally probably fast forward like 4 or 5 minutes, or less than that. But the whole concept is like, can I do enough things through small iterations to get you to push someone off a roof? Like, and that's the whole premise, right? Like the whole thing is premise is like, can I slowly build trust with you so that you do something really fucking stupid?
It's almost like Stockholm syndrome.
A little bit, but you're not like, they're not held hostage.
But what I'm saying is like you're holding their thoughts hostage in terms of using their
you're using their weaknesses against them.
The fact that they're gullible,
right? And gullible is really the right word. And so what you would think is something as absurd as pushing someone off a building would be very hard to do.
Yeah.
And in his show, after he puts them through his subjectability filter, he chose one person, right? And that was the main person.
That was
they
the most gullible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that person actually did not push anyone off the roof. However, he's like, he also threw 4 other people who were like in the finalists through the same
the whole simulation.
The whole simulation again. Every fucking person pushed someone off the roof. Not only did they push someone off the roof, they took bodies, they hid them from the crowd. They were doing all this stuff for like selfish reasoning. So I guess what I was getting at, like with society, is like people just do things because like people incentivize them to do them.
Well, it's like if enough people are doing this thing,
right? It becomes the norm.
Then you can find reason within doing that thing,
right? And
no matter what it is.
So all of this, like, so what I like, kind of like what I was thinking about on the way here, and about all of this was like, if you're a very subjective person, which I believe most people in the world are, like at some level, then you're going to perpetuate some bullshit thought, regardless of thinking about it. Like, you're just doing it because you believe it's the right thing. Like, the same reason they hid a body in a fucking goddamn box.
Well, that's the same reason why, like, diets. And if you watch enough videos about how this worked for this person, or the guy is believable enough.
Testimonies and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Diets, just a lot of things where ways of, like, religion and dieting can be put hand in hand because they're both saying, like, I want you to believe that you can do this through this.
Right. So,
and then you guys are kind of focusing on the people that are kind of convincing you to do that, but also at the same time, from my experience, people want to be told what to do.
Right.
And they also, like, as a whole,
guidance.
They want like,
right.
Like, for example, like, I've had like my mom and other people that are trying to get in shape, which they know I work out. Like, I'm not in shape by any means, but I work out 3 to 5 times a week, every week. No matter how bad my diet is, I still make it. And people ask me about that stuff, and I'm like, and my mom and I talked about it, and she's like, I just want somebody to like tell me what to do. And I'm like, you could just easily go and do it. Like, you just go and do it. Like, I look all my stuff up on the internet.
Well, that's why
I watch YouTube.
That's why people get personal trainers and all. Like, dude, all you would have to do is go read on how to lift weights. But people need to be.
But at the same time,
hold on. But people need to have a guy there that's like, do this, do that. Come on, work harder. Do another. Like, people literally will tell you that they need that guy there.
You just admitted it when you said the coach that tells me to go do this better next year.
Certain situations.
Like, exactly. So you have somebody there to push you to do these things, because if you were given your own devices, people will admit that they will go and not do that thing that they were supposed to do, or that they told themselves that they were going to do, because the only way that they would do it if they have some guy like calling them, come on, where you at? The workout's now. We're about to do this. And people still give up then.
Yeah. I just think that I think it's sad that we rely on so much other people to.
But I have to
get us to do the stuff that we need to do.
To what you're saying, I do understand that. Like, anytime you see anyone who's doing something that you want to do, you have a lot of people latching on to teach me what you're doing. Shit, like that's what Instagram workout people are there for. They're there to like sign up for my workout because this is how I look and this is like what I do and this is the structure I have. If you want it too, all you have to do is $20 a month or whatever it is. Right. And like they see something that they want, and deep down inside, I feel like they genuinely know that they could go do the research, figure out how to lift weights, figure out how to do this, but instead they'll pay that guy that money.
You pay the money because the money is what makes you know that you're going to do it, right? Like, that's what it is.
That's another thing, yeah. So you pay that money and you're like, well, if I pay this money, I have to do it.
Right. And
at that time. But
the same happens with education.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people are like, most of the, like, for my job, you can learn everything I know off of the internet. But most people pay money to go learn.
It might even be what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to school, and it's super frustrating. And sometimes I get down, and I want to quit. But then I think about the bill,
right?
And if I don't do this,
you spend all that money,
thousands of dollars for no reason.
Right.
So, and it's also the terrifying thing of like
being a failure.
I would love to be able to do a podcast like 100% of the time, all the time, and not have to actually do my regular job. Right. But like, the fear of the possibility, like, I have in my head a number that we would have to make monthly to be like where I'm at now.
Correct.
Irregardless, I hate people who say irregardless. Regardless of what the what it could be, what it could, because if you look at the big people in the podcast game, the Chris D'Elia, the Adam Carolla, the Joe Rogans, like, you see them, they're making far and away way more than I am. So like, why am I so scared to take the opportunity to try to do it?
But that's also,
it's because
you have responsibilities.
Yeah,
you can't give
There's
up.
so much that I could lose.
A house payment, you have a truck payment, you have certain things that you have to do, or you won't have a shelter or those kind of things, and you have to be able to slowly.
So I'm trying to figure out how to work that number out.
You got to transition from one to the other. So if we slowly do this well enough, hopefully we'll get. It's a building blocks, man. Yeah. I've seen us build, even if it's been small. I've seen us go from, even before I was around, you created something with you just talking on here about nonsense, and you've admitted to that.
Oh yeah.
And then it's built into having guests, having shit put up in the room, doing a live podcast, whether it was good or not, who cares? But like, we've slowly,
the football ones were good. I will put that out there.
So we've slowly built. I mean, even if it's so minute, you're slowly building into this
and learning. I think I think what we need to always do is learn from every episode or everything that we create. Like, what can we do better to make this?
Well, also, there's people out there that aren't necessarily famous that took them 10 years of doing a podcast to become famous finally. Like, it's easy to look at Joe Rogan, a guy who's been on Fear Factor and done all these things.
He already had brand identity.
Yeah.
So, count.
And stand-up comedians actually have they have a leg up, but like, I don't want to do stand-up comedy. Like, I think I should. Like, it's almost something that you should try just because.
I hate to say it, but I think I'd be really good at it if I had the time for it. But I have zero time to put any kind of
Go.
I'm kind of upset you guys didn't advertise that a little bit more because I totally would have went and watched both you guys eat shit.
We can definitely do it again.
Well, I hate to say it.
Kettle House?
Kettle Top Brew House.
Hate to tell you, I didn't eat shit. I actually did really well.
Hate to tell you, but
I mean, I got a couple of laughs. I was pretty happy about it.
I did well, right?
Yeah.
So, and then that felt good initially, that initial feeling of doing pretty decent, and then wanting to continue to do it. But it's just one of those things where you got to put time in where you got it. You don't want to burn the candle at both ends.
Focus your energy in like a certain area instead of like spreading out.
So basically, I've told myself I got to stick to school and my job and having a kid and all that, and make sure that I make time every Sunday to do this. Other than that, I can't make any promises.
And if you guys, you guys talked about briefly before we got on the microphone about doing your own show, have you guys ever thought about Twitch and everything?
Yeah, so right now, and Mark can talk to his own thoughts.
Because I also want to join if you guys start doing Twitch. I want to do the Rocket League.
Yeah, so we're trying to isolate down what we want to do, and legit. I would like to have segments of things that are more ritual, kind of it's not really SNL, and I probably shouldn't say that, but it would definitely be comedic focused. Because we come up with this shit when we're half drunk on Rocket League, which probably means it's not
sober.
a good idea.
Yeah,
sometimes sober, but yeah, but we will be laughing in tears at our own shit, and we're like, God damn, and people would be. Sometimes the friends are like, oh, you guys are fucking retarded, but most of the time, I'm like, dude, this is actually funny, and if I find it funny, which I don't laugh a lot, towards most things, but if I'm laughing, I literally think it's hilarious, and certain segments, it's super dry comedy to me, and I think Mark likes really dry comedy based off of things I promoted to him and things that he responds to and the things that we both react to in public together, and we don't plan it. We're just oh fuck, did you see that? He's like, yeah dude, this is fucking hilarious. We were in a Mexican restaurant probably a month ago, and have you guys seen Ozarks?
Yeah.
Alright, so
good.
You know how the dialect is very just a really redneck, raw.
You motherfucker! That fucking,
I don't know shit about fuck, Marty. That shit.
Yeah.
So
that's really good.
Marty, you fucked me, Marty.
Yeah. Me and Mark, we work on this shit all the time. So. That's
Marty,
when we're playing Rocket
Marty,
League,
the FBI has been up my asshole all fucking week.
Yeah.
I think Shane's really got the dialogue down.
You're going to be great for Rocket League when you join the Buttholes from Hell.
Yeah, I had Rocket League on PS4.
Yeah, well, but anyway, so we're sitting at a bar one night and at the local Mexican restaurant, and we're both sitting there just fucking doing our own thing and eating, and this guy goes, well, can you do it? Because I can't do it right now. I literally can't.
He was just talking about Ozark, and he's like, have you guys seen that Ozark? That Ruth Langmore is a badass.
His voice is so gritty.
Ruth Langmore is a badass.
Dude, it was like that. Yes. Yeah. And me and him.
Hey, I have this skill where I can do impressions of people I've never met.
So me and Mark literally about spit out our Rose Campollos. We're both mid bite, and we just go and at the same time, because we're just God, dude, that guy has an amazing just dialect. You guys want to go out here and drink these beers? It's just
you guys need a portable recorder. That would be a segment. Portable recorder talking to somebody.
And sometimes you get so lucky. I don't know if you guys listened to last week's podcast when he was in Florida at the gay bar.
It was good.
But there was dude. We got this gay guy on here, and he was. I couldn't. I'm we're gonna call.
Hey,
Justin.
honey.
We're gonna call Justin. He's gonna be drunk as fuck. And
hey, baby.
But he put a gay. And he was like, "Hey, baby, I'm from the Louisiana swamps, and I crawled up out of those motherfucking swamps and talk. And I was like, this isn't happening.
Yeah, this is real.
He's like, I drive a Mercedes, and they were like, what kind? He's like, I don't know, the one with the retractable roof. It was just so it was perfect.
Well, and that's I was actually talking to I was talking to a couple of buddies the other day. You have to go out and make those kind of those memories and those experiences, because then you can talk about them later and have a good time.
But I think what you're saying is there's so many times when you've been out at a bar and there's just that guy and he's like, I just want to listen to you talk.
Right, the
Put
whole
this
time.
fucking microphone to your mouth and just say shit because you are fucking hilarious.
Oh, he was also like 5'4",
And there's a lot of like, okay, so there's a lot of percentages of that doesn't work out, but then there's
when it
also
does.
that small percentage of when it does, it's like gold. So
Yeah.
that's why that guy that you guys talked to, I was like, dude, he's gonna like. As soon as I met him,
But then there was the other gay guy that
was quiet,
and he was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
I didn't really want him on there.
And then I go, go ahead and give the phone back to Justin. Like, we don't want to talk to you. And then somebody else got on, and I was like, click. And then,
Yeah, you hung it. You just deliberately hung up.
which is fucking hilarious.
She's our friend. She was repeating herself a
she
couple
kept
of
saying,
times.
well, Justin just really cares about the, and I was like, okay. And then she said it again, and I was like, okay. And then she said, and I was like, click. Because
All right, we got nothing else to talk about here.
Yeah, let's keep going.
So I mean, like, so we're thinking about like the different types of like things that we want to do, and so like we would probably elaborate on like whatever we used to eat out more, and like you've eaten with us at the Chinese restaurant in Greenfield and shit. So we run into like people there that's just fucking retarded and. Just the funny, like we had, and that spawned like one of the things that we do. We haven't done it lately, but we did at the Chinese restaurant was, and I want to make it a segment as well as like not interested in the whole concept.
Not interested.
Yeah. So if you've ever done like Facebook Marketplace stuff.
Oh, I've seen you guys do this.
Yeah, you've seen us.
He'll post fake things.
He posted the boots the other day, and I replied back, not interested.
I got something about that. I posted that, and it automatically made it as an ad.
Yeah.
I didn't post it as an ad. But when I did that and seen it was an ad, I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm just going to leave it. And
Name a couple things that you've posted on the Facebook Marketplace.
I have a microwave up for sale. If anybody is interested, I still have a microwave up for sale.
How many months? Like 7?
April?
Yeah. I was going to say it's been a long time.
I have a guy in Newcastle that doesn't have a car. That
he really wants it.
He's heavily interested. I told him.
I've been eating my food by campfire for months.
So
I need a fucking microwave.
So we do a lot of this. So this kind of ties into like our flipping thing. Like we will just go buy shit and flip it. Like we love doing that. Like it's just something me and Mark do.
And that's what
Gary V's all in that.
Yeah,
the very first time I ever met you at the Chinese restaurant, you're like, yeah, I just like bought like a stupid amount of something that was like some kind of electronic
games.
Yeah,
no, probably keyboards.
It was keyboards. Yeah, it was like a whole bunch. He's like, I spent like $500 on keyboards.
I bought $300 and I bought 200 Apple keyboards, and I went through every single one. And only 30 or 40 of them worked. But those 30 or 40 made me $600 off of my $300 investment. Plus, I took the other ones to like the recycling center.
And that could be a segment, right?
Dude, you all are playing Red Dead Redemption in real life.
Yeah, well, so that's how I treat it. It's like
that could have been
people play video games. Like a lot of people, like, oh, I went home and I like Minecraft, right? Like, oh, I mined for fucking hours and I got gold. I was like, well, I went and mined Goodwill and I just made $1,000. So like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's some good deals out there. There's some good opportunities.
Yeah, but anyway, dealing with Marketplace and all this shit, right? You run into these fucking just insane people.
Oh, dude, I put my PS4 on.
They have the most fucked up situations.
What's the green one? There's an app. It's
Let Go.
Let Go.
I used it briefly.
No, that's red. But anyways,
whatever.
Same point. The other one.
Offer up. Whatever.
Offer up. So and this guy's like, okay. So I put my
this dude just did this.
I put my PS4 on there for $200.
Can't wait for this.
And he was like, he calls me. He's like, you're fucking stupid if you think you're gonna get $200 out of that. And I'm like, why? I go, why would you even say that? Like.
Why would you even say that?
No, but then I go, you either want it or you don't. Why are you messaging me? He's like, nobody's going to pay that.
Yep.
And I'm like, what? He's like,
message board.
He's like, I'm going to fuck your girl. And then I'm like, where did this go? Like, I was like,
how did this get here from there?
And then I started like talking shit. And I kind of got mad. I was like, hope you got a long dick. Because, just talking shit to this dude. And I'm like,
because the Marketplace and those things, dude, they create so much awesome content.
But the guy literally commented to me to tell me that I was asking too much for it.
Dude, I had
that's what those apps are for.
I sold an Xbox 360 on Craigslist, and I'm pretty sure these pretty sure these two guys had like an addiction to Call of Duty, because they called me and they were like, You're asking $300 for that Xbox 360. Man, we just had the Red Ring of Death, and we're in the middle of trying to play some team deathmatch. And like, we really need an Xbox, and I was like,
300.
I was like $300, dude. And he was like, I don't think I can do that. I got like $250, and I was like, okay, well, you're not buying the Xbox.
Yeah.
And they called me back like a few minutes later, like, all right, man, we just robbed this guy. I got $50. They're like, we got like $280, and I was like, okay, I'll take $280. I'm fine with that.
So it's a multifaceted thing of like comic stuff for me. So the first is like the reason why they don't want to pay you the amount you're asking, and they fucking are elaborate about it.
Oh yeah.
You're like, well, who gives a fuck? You either can or can't.
He's like, well, I've been really down on my luck. My girlfriend left. I spent all my money on ramen noodles.
Yeah.
And
it's usually ramen noodles.
And I just had a triple bypass, and I'm really down on my luck right now. So if you could just sell it to me for $5, that would be great.
That would be great. And you're like, yeah, fuck off, Bob. Don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so like that's the first one. It's like the elaborate
not
bullshit.
Interested.
So the second one is that you get a lot when you do this is the concept of. Yeah, like you'll get the like you're asking too much for that, and it's like, well, that's what I want, and they're like, you're never going to get it. Like,
okay,
all right, cool. Talk to you later, Bob. See you later.
Yeah.
And so like those are funny, and then what is my favorite one? I'm trying to remember real quick. Is like,
is it broken?
No. So this is what ties. This is what ties.
Does it work? No.
So this is what's funny is like you guys laugh at this, and like me and Mark made a whole skit of it. Yeah. So we're at the Chinese restaurant. We both sit down, right, and we're sitting in the booth, and we're like,
I have another thing, dude.
So we're sitting here, and there's an air conditioner, and me and Mark are sitting here. We're across from each other on the same thing, and I'm like, hey man, like some guy posts some bullshit in Connorsville, and I'm like, hey, does this air conditioner...
You mean there's not pure dynamite coming out of Connorsville?
Yeah. It is. That's where you get a lot of good stuff. It's all the man caves, right? Like the man caves are always good. So the guy has this like air conditioner for sale, and I'm like, hey, dude, like I mentioned Mark. I'm like, hey, man, isn't this what you're looking for? And then Mark comes back. He goes, I don't know, man. Does it work? And the guy comes back and he goes, well, yeah, it works. I go. And Mark goes, oh, I only want it if it doesn't work. I only want it if it doesn't work. And so I was like, oh, shit. So, like, I mediate the conversation between them because why? Why not, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, App mentioned this dude. He's only interested if it doesn't work. Would you be willing to break it? And the guy's like, I'm confused. And like, I was like, he only wants it if it works. He goes... I don't know what you want. I was like, Mark, you only want it if it works. He's like, guaranteed. Like, I want it. And I was broken. Like, I want it broken.
I only want it if it's broken.
I only want it if it's broken. The guy's like, he goes, I'm not going to break it. And then the tagline, the punchline's, not interested.
We're hoping he would get us break his air conditioner.
Just break his own air conditioner.
Hey,
if you ever buy it.
If you really want to, so I'm going to tell a story. One time I got real hard up on my luck. Me and my girlfriend had just broken up, and I was looking for a roommate. So I took to the pages of Craigslist.
Did you really?
I swear, and I was like, "This will be fine.
This will be great."
So I asked all these
badly.
So I asked all these people, and then like I literally got messages that were like black men. They were like, "Is it cool if pit bulls come?" Like just like asking me like these, or like I had a guy ask me
very specific right there.
And I had a guy also ask me, he's like, "Is it cool if I had felonies?" I'm like, I'm not. Like,
no.
First of all, don't tell me that because I'm not going to do a background check.
Actually, the more felonies you have, the better.
So, and this is a true story. This is when me and Nicole very first started dating. I let this guy live with me, and the only reason I said yes is because he had worked with a girl I know at a restaurant, and the girl's like, he seems fine. So I was like, oh fuck, come on in.
I'm sure that's okay.
Yeah.
So he moves in, has no furniture.
Sure.
Sleeps on my floor for like a week. He's like, I just quit my job and I'm gonna go look today. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Like, you'll be able to get a job super. I was like, talking about gullible as fuck. Turns out he's a heroin addict, and he's like coming down from it. So he's just like in. So I am going. So I have Nicole comes and picks me up in her car, and we go back to Muncie because that's where she's living at the time. And I hang out with her for the weekend.
Does this guy also work at Muncie?
No.
Oh,
This is here in Indy.
Okay.
He steals my truck while I'm gone.
Nice.
Takes all his stuff and moves somewhere else, and then I call the cops. I'm like, hey, this guy stole my truck, and then they're just like, well, he says you let him have the truck. And I'm like, and he's like,
so who are you gonna believe more?
And the
guy that says my truck was stolen,
no, but then the
or the guy that was like, oh yeah, he gave me.
No, but then the
truck.
cop's like, it's his word against yours, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, ownership's 3/10 of the law.
Give him
or whatever.
Give him a fucking drug test, and then be like, he's on. You know what I mean?
He's a meth head. Or
so
whatever.
this really happened to me, and like I woke up to go to work. So I come back, and this is before he stole my truck. So he had already taken my truck out while I was gone, and came back, parked it, and then was like, oh, So one morning I wake up to go to work. And I'm like, man, all right, Nicole, I'll see you later. I walk out, and my truck's just not there. I'm look both ways in my apartment. I'm like, what the fuck? And he had taken my truck.
God damn, that sucks.
And then and then the week before that, he staged a robbery to my truck, and I totally believed him like an idiot. So I had when I bought the truck.
This guy's a fucking genius.
He is. He's a heroin addict, so just do just about anything to make. But so I had lost my keys, and then he's like, oh, there it is. And it was on the floor, and he was like, he had just thrown it on the floor, and then like, there's your key.
Manitowoc Police Department.
It's the Manitowoc Police Department.
But I had
a murder.
So when I bought the truck, it came with subwoofers and like all this gay shit.
Yeah,
that
that's
I didn't need.
sweet.
So
subwoofers.
I'm down. Give me some.
Obviously, don't know anything about that.
Serious.
I love subwoofers.
But he staged he just went in my truck and like threw everything around, took this shit out, and then went to the pawn shop and sold it. And then was
Jesus Christ!
All this really happened to me, dude, and I like almost lost my job. I went to go to work, and my truck wasn't there. And then, so the cop's like, yeah, man, so basically, you're not going to really have any case here, so your truck's going to be in the police impound, and you have to pay $280 to get it out.
Yeah.
So I go pay them the money to get my own truck out that someone else stole from me, and then I get my truck back. Oh, my God. Yeah, it was so bad, dude. So don't ever get a roommate from Craigslist. That's it. And my dad, to this day, is like, bitch, you won't do that again. Like, just fucking loves to just smear it in my face.
It's almost worth like setting this up just for like comedic value.
But I thought in my head, I was like, people are good. Everyone's good out there. No one would do this to me.
No, most people are bad.
And he was so nice. The guy was so nice, and he was so good at playing this fake. Like, I can't believe it. I found your key on the ground. What are the chances? And I'm like, that's crazy. All right, man. See you later. Like, totally just being gullible as fuck.
You played right into that.
Yep.
Yeah, but now it's made me hard.
The whole subjective
It's made me real.
There's no way that's going to go away with that.
Subjectability, man. It's I don't know. There's a lot of. I'm in the Irvington thing real quick. I'm trying to say this. A lot of people in the Irvington Facebook group complain about like porch pirates. And I want to do a skit where I fucking bait a porch pirate by putting a GPS tracker in the package, and then like and like let them grab it, and then like go after them.
Or it'd be like, have you seen the video where the thing blows up on the guy?
I don't know if you could do that.
Have you seen the one? There's one that shocks him.
That's what I'm saying. There's one where like
it electrocutes the person.
But I think it'd be funny to do it around Halloween and like sit there in like a fake costume, and then when he comes up to grab us, go, "What are you doing?" And they'd be like, "Ah," and then run away. That'd be good.
The one with the bike where they have it like tied to the seat.
Oh,
yes,
so good.
The handlebars.
Oh, and there's one where it shocks him on the bike too.
Yes, the seat.
Yeah.
There's one that's like, I mean, it's not as fun as those. The car that just dies, like the bait car, where people steal the car and then it just dies.
They have a whole show with police do bait cars. And then the guys steal them, and they have like something in the car where they just shut the car down and pull them over and take them to jail.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Car with like the electric chair.
Justin's got football to watch.
I mean, we've hit 2.5 hours. I think we're good.
2.5 hours?
Yeah,
it's almost 2.
Jesus.
You got that laugh out section that's like 30 minutes.
No.
Shit his mouth.
You done shit your mouth.
You're all right, boy.
You're all right, boy.
That was what I was getting to.
Didn't you want to bring up the religious guy, the island or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Missionary?
Real I mean, people have heard it.
Yeah.
Religious guy, Christian guy goes to an island that is he was told not to go to.
Guy walks into a Christian island,
Gets shot
by arrows.
Gets dead.
Yeah.
Serves him right.
Yeah. Well,
but basically, what I wanted to say about that is like I had a couple of old coworkers that are religious post like, oh, all it takes is one person to kind of start the change, and I just don't go somewhere where they're just going to murder you as soon as you step on foot of the beach. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
The guy didn't have a chance, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, the funniest part about the article is the article says arrows missed him, and he kept walking towards the tribe. And that's where I was like, that's your judgment right there is probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because if they missed, then they're just reloading to hit you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, just...
The guy died doing what he loved.
That's true.
So good for him. But
really
he was
good.
killed by the Guardians.
Yeah.
Halo reference.
Killed by the Guardians.
Yes.
But yeah,
I'm just saying, I wouldn't walk in on somebody's tribe or home
Right.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
and this tribe hasn't been touched by civilization for 50,000 years.
That's
Wait a
technically
minute.
live, which is what I sent to you, and we don't have to obviously dive into it.
That was just the story, though.
Yeah, there's
50,000 years not true?
Yeah, no, like there's a
real weird.
There's actually a weird situation where a white man has actually influenced that tribe a lot. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, I sent the link in the messenger chat.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into that.
It's a big Twitter. Excuse me. There's a big
Thread.
Yeah, where someone's like, you know how some people, I don't like that people do this. Just get a block, but they make a post and then like they start retweeting.
Yeah, that's
they
annoying.
Reply to their own shit, and you
I don't have to
read through it.
always do that, but
Yeah.
it's okay sometimes.
Anyway,
Yeah, thank you for joining us, man. We got into 2.5 hours, so
he's ready to roll it.
I'm spent.
Yeah.
And I cleaned out my face, but I'm gonna have to go check it to make sure it's okay.
It looks fresh.
Cussies.
It looks fresh.
I actually probably used the towel that Shane cleaned his hands with, so I'm really excited.
Got him.
Joke's on you, didn't wash my hands.
Good. I love
That's
it.
awesome. I drink a lot of beer too.
Honestly, though,
Yeah.
I think that we could create a show just with you guys on it. I mean, that's what you're going to do.
You guys
so.
down? All right.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say that I mean, not that you guys need the help or anything, but I think it's good that you guys have
You guys just make me laugh a lot. So
us to help if
Yeah.
need be to put the name out there. And when you guys do, because you're going to have a community that you're already part of,
Maybe.
when you start your podcast,
hope so.
if you choose to accept us.
and I also have a lot of suggestions to make it not as shitty when you start.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, there's
mine
like
was shitty for a long time. Yeah.
Just a few things to breeze right through and like,
Yeah,
not
don't
do
do this because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
I just want to give a really quick shout out to the ones that I partner with a little bit. PTO Unlimited, Pointless Discussions. We actually have a deal with Pointless Discussions and the Magic Squirrel Network. They are creating t-shirts and they're creating a store for us on the MagicSquirrelNetwork.com. We're actually going to see that income. So if you want to buy a shirt, it's going to be available soon. I will be able to release the link as soon as it's up, which I think is going to be cool. I'm just going to give them the Juice in the Morning logo that you shared with me, and we'll just put it on a shirt like my old shirts.
Cool.
Except for it'll have your name on it instead of just mine.
Better.
And also what I think is a good idea that we need to get some of the listeners to do, which is just kind of send us some quotes that you guys think are funny or something that maybe you guys hear, because we can actually design shirts to sell as well. So if like there's something that's funny that you want to see on a shirt, we can put it on there, and we can make designs. It just costs a little bit more with like multiple colors and things like that. So Shane and I are going to work on that. I don't have anything else. I'm done.
He's burnt out.
His Smugcast show was great with you guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate them doing that, filling in while I was gone.
Yeah, that was nice of them to do.
The experience was awesome that I had at the gay bar, but we'll save that for a different episode since we've already gotten to 2.5 hours. Thanks for sharing your beer.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming in, Jesse.
Appreciate it, man.
Are these all beers from your work?
It's a mix of both of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a lot of beer.
We
from
threw
work.
all the Yinglings were mine.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Thank you.
Promote your page, your Instagram, that stuff, because it's legit good stuff. I've showed it to people and they're like, oh really, who's that? And then I like kind of like try to direct them, but most people are too lazy to actually click on something on their phone, which I think is ridiculous.
Very lazy.
I mean, my own friends won't listen to my podcast, so like it's crazy that 300 or 400 strangers will listen to it, but like my good friends won't listen to it. But tell them where it's at.
At Merker Mark at Instagram. I think it's at Merker Mark Art at Facebook, on my Facebook page, art page, and yeah.
You can find his skateboards on dilemmaskateboards.com.
Yes, dilemmaskateboards.bigcartel. If you just Google Dilemma Skateboards, my artwork,
you can find it really easily.
Dilemma Skateboards. We have a very special graphic with legend Andy Roy with his girlfriend pissing in his mouth.
Yes, loved it.
It sounds as bad as it is.
Also,
and it's
I
very
can't
limited,
so. Open that box in my household because my daughter can't. I have it. Yeah, good. It's just in a box because if I open it up, my daughter would be like, "What's that? What's going on there?"
Highly recommend don't open that in front of your daughter.
Yeah, so it's still
have that awkward conversation.
Still in the box, but I got it.
Good deal.
And then for you, Jesse.
So you can find me on Instagram at IndieFatKid. And
you had one more. You had other Instagrams you wanted to share.
Oh yeah,
Papa Bear's Chicken.
Papa Bear's. This is me and Mark's. This is I don't know. This might be a thing that me and Mark do, but if not, you guys can take it. But like Insta follow, like you need to do. If
follow
you can,
these guys.
I think you sent it to me. It's that guy talking about
dude,
chicken.
I told you to follow this guy. Papa
these guys are
chicken.
I looked it up right away.
These are
He's
Indianapolis.
Hitting some blunts and having a good time.
Yeah,
his own chicken shack. It's so funny.
And the food looks fire.
Mark and I have been there.
Yeah, we've eaten.
Looks fire.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Shout out to Papa Bear's Chicken.
I will say that our Coke can tasted like fish because he had like touched fish with his glove.
That was a bummer.
But that was a bad thing.
Shane's out.
Deal breaker for me.
Yeah. So if you want to follow Papa Bear's Chicken on Instagram, it's Papa Bear's Chicken. That's it. And then
P and then the word Papa Bear's Chicken.
Yeah, I don't know why there's two P's. Never figured it out.
There's another Papa Bear's Chicken already.
Okay. Right.
Yep. And then I don't know if this dude's like related at all, but like they always like share each other's stuff, and it's _ IAM _ SMOKEY 317. I am Smokey 317.
Okay.
And I found them both with none of those like
hysterical
other things like I just typed in Papa Bear's Chicken and I typed in I am Smokey and found them.
Yeah, so me and Mark, I found this shit and like sent it off to Mark, and maybe Mark found I am Smokey and we swapped, but whatever. This shit's hilarious, and I am Smokey's notorious dude hitting blunts like in between jobs or in his job before he goes into work. And it's this elaborate like.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if he gets really big, what's the game plan?
I don't know.
Do you not do that job anymore?
And also, does his work not know that?
I don't think they roll it in there smelling like dank.
Yeah. But it starts off all the time like. Do the yell. Yeah, so there's that. And then the punchline is, wash your ass, get to the cash.
Wash your ass.
So,
words to live by.
Yeah, so and all the time I'll be like, I think recently I made the emoji, like the water emoji with the peach, and then had a guy running to like the bag of cash.
Nice.
And then he goes, truth. So like it's pretty good shit. So
good.
Anyway, yeah, and then like I said on Facebook, I don't Facebook.
You don't do that.
I deleted all my personal stuff, but I do have a public one that I manage, and it's Jesse the Libertarian. So
nice.
I also have a Facebook.
I don't think you want to share it though, right? Because you're trying to be under. Well, if
undercover. It's the one that Mark and I didn't want to add because we're like, who the fuck is this?
I thought it was him.
It's all.
I swear to God, I was like, I didn't even acknowledge it, and I went back to it, and I was like, oh wait a minute, it's Shane because I know he's all Facebook. I was like,
yeah, so it's only for people that listen to the Facebook and so
listen to the Facebook.
Yeah, have another beer, Shane. Listen to the podcast so that I can interact with people that interact with the podcast. So I don't have my mom, I don't have my dad, I don't have anybody else on there except people who interact with the podcast, and the name is Uriah, URIH, and Flavor. The last name Flavor, and that's just kind of a stick at Uriah Faber, who's a fighter, And my middle name is Uriah, so I thought it'd be funny, Uriah Flavor.
It's not Sledgehammer.
It's not Sledgehammer.
I would have been down with that too.
And
SUJ and then HAMER,
Yes,
like as your last name.
Yeah. And it's funny because I got so many people that don't know who the fuck I am adding me, and I'm like, who are these people that are just adding me? You don't.
There are people that are like me where I just click add.
Yeah, and it's been like people that are involved with the podcast, but they don't know who I am. They're just adding me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Good.
Like who's the Acorn guy? Chad Acorn.
Probably his last name was probably Squirrel.
Chad Acorn Squirrel.
Chad Squirrel.
Anyway, who fucking cares?
I don't know.
But yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook, that's what that is. So
nailed it.
All right,
we're gonna get out of here.
Right.
Yep. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Hopefully the juice was worth a squeeze.
Yep.
Boom.
Juice in the morning. Juice in the morning. Juice in the morning.